Oh, we up early, man. Migrants fight back as Trump's ICE deportation storm hits NYC. I'm gonna get right into it, man. Lansky sends me this, man. It looks like they running crazy. Estamos grabando. Uy, mira, mira. Hoy sí. Hoy, mira lo que pasó. Oh, it's up. Mira. African, they hit. This is an African supermarket, man, in Columbus, Ohio. You know. Mira, oh, me dio miedo, me dio miedo. Me dio miedo, yo creo que fue allá. Sí, mira, mira. Oh my God. Mira. Sí, encontraron, creo. Mira, mira. Oh my God. Tuvimos 2, 3 disparos, creo que sí lo encontraron. Estaba ahí cerca. And that's the Mexican dude counting up how many Africans they getting up out of here, man. You know? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Somos los buenos. No, see how many people was running? Oh, está adentro. Está adentro ahí. BMW shots, salute. You gonna have African people scared to go get their little groceries. Oh, it's about to get wicked out here. Maybe they inside, maybe. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That part, man. Double tap the screen when you get in the door, you know. Yeah. Got a lot. Got some meltdowns, you know what I'm saying? Now, I think a lot of them was mad because Trump said, salute the realest. Good morning. Grand rising, rather. A lot of people was mad because Trump said that there should be only two genders, male and female. Look out the look. Now, and this right here, this clip that I'm about to show y'all, I want to basically spotlight just how confused motherfuckers really are, right? What's a woman? Now you asking these feminists, what's a woman? Now these are the bitches, the women that represent women the most, supposedly. Look at this, but look at their description of what is a woman. If you can't have if a woman can't describe what a woman is, we lost. Check it out.
Is they can be femme.
Super salute.
They can
Rusty salute.
Have a penis.
Okay, what is a woman?
Hardest question of our time to answer. What is a woman? So let's ask these self-proclaimed feminists. I mean, surely
self-proclaimed feminists, just like these self-proclaimed black activists. You know what I mean? And I say black activists. I'll tell you why I say black activists.
Must know the answer, right?
A woman is, they can be femme, they can have a penis, they can have a vagina.
A woman can have a penis.
What is a woman? Well, they're going to have hormone replacements. I would say your hormones are probably what make you a woman for the most part. You can be born a woman, but, you know. What is a woman? A woman is a powerful, strong, like...
That fist pumping always gets me. So, you know what I mean? Look.
A woman.
Watch how she pumped that fist.
A woman is a powerful, strong, like, we're all together for...
Hey, what is a woman?
Each other.
What is a woman to you all? Someone that identifies as a woman.
What is a woman?
That could be good.
That's a question.
What is a
That is definitely a question, sir.
woman? A woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
Oh dear. Only the left would protest women's rights and have a complete brain fart when asked what is a woman. It just never gets old, does it? Actually, I don't ever think it'll stop being hilarious. Now to this insufferable lefty and her bizarre take on resistance.
Black healing is resistance. Indigenous
Oh, what happened to her head?
healing is
Bitch look like Jadakiss.
resistance. Trans healing is resistance.
Oh God, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say this, man, but this man, woman right here, whatever this is, you know what I'm saying, definitely looks like it has cancer. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker look like Jadakiss, man. Bitch, bust a rap. The barbershop didn't have resistance.
Bizarre take on resistance.
Black healing is resistance. Indigenous healing is resistance. Trans healing
Come on, man. This is confusing, bro.
is resistance.
And then she got all them funky ass CDs in her house. Like, what's her life like? You know what I'm saying? Mine's is real. Everything's signed and sealed. All those CDs. I'm pretty sure they'll be worth something in the future.
Have the audacity to heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal your lineage and your ancestors. Have the audacity
She looked like she fell and she hit her head. It wouldn't hurt.
to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it is a you to every oppressor that would have you drown.
What oppressors? It just seems like people have more against themselves than what society has against. Society's not paying attention to you. It seems like you're pushing yourself at society.
In your self-hatred.
How was the pause at the end there? Good grief. Now
Oh, she about to have a field day with them.
to the tiresome twits who still cannot seem to grasp that Donald Trump won the election.
And which is real weird to me, man. Because we didn't have no problem with accepting old ass Biden as the president. They just can't accept that Trump is their president.
Thousands have marched against the incoming president in Washington, D.C. And a warning, this next clip features lefties who, well, are exactly how you probably imagined.
I'm personally here because I had a mental
These
break.
people are confusing as fuck. I'm telling you.
Probably imagined.
I'm personally here because I had a mental breakdown after Donald Trump won.
It's devastation. It's absolute complete devastation to people's mental, emotional, physical, and psychological health. People are dying as a result of Trump being elected. There are people dying by suicide because they don't want to live in a country where their rights are not respected and them as people are not seen as people, but rather than objects of
Man, and I showed this before. It just never gets old.
that should be eliminated.
And you can really pinpoint the exact moment there, can't you? When she realizes that she's actually got no idea what she's trying to say. But we'll give the other lefties a go. Surely there's others in the crowd with some common sense, right?
It's a downward mental impact.
If we have any loonies, I have yet to see them yet, but I would love to play some of it. You know, I'm fair.
It's not good.
My biggest worry.
Look at this fucking ballerina.
Right.
It's a downward
Oh God,
mental impact. It's not good.
look at this big fat fairy.
My biggest worry right now, honestly, as a mother of a trans kid, I really worry about their rights.
Mother of a trans kid. It's your fault.
Like my sign says, our own constitution only says all men are created equal. And I really wish that would change for the whole country.
No, look, there's got to be other reasons, surely. I mean, the majority of the country voted not for the woke, but for important issues like cost of living, right?
I literally broke down in tears and several of my friends cried as well. It's
Harris 28. Man, get the knife. Get that. Get the
scary.
fuck out
I
of
mean, a lot of my friends are nervous.
here. We just finished talking about people that just can't accept that, you know, that Trump is the president. Fuck, man, Harris might not be alive in 28. You know, what are we talking about?
And we are scared for our future. I think that the people that are in support of it are for the wrong reason. They want cheaper eggs and gas and milk.
Yeah, cheaper groceries. Nah, no biggie, cost of living. Who cares? I mean, I'm sure all of the
Or
Americans.
who cares about the price of eggs, right? Just argue me down. Shame on you, Harris. I mean, why do you have to be shame on me? You know what I'm saying? Shame on you.
American Trump voters will take advice from someone dressed in a Handmaid's Tales uniform and a mask there. It was a cute touch. That
Hey, you know what? I think sometimes they forget where they be at, right? If you're on the Trump train, type ones in the chat, right? And double tap the screen to get the likes up or go to the top right and hit the three dots. Happy Sunday for those that's on their way to church.
I really, really love it. But now we are really heading into bonkers territory.
I don't actually know what time church starts. You know what I'm saying? And I like to keep my money on Sunday. So, you know, basically I stay in the house. But, you know, salute to y'all.
Next, Lefty.
Eric, salute. Eric says Harris will never be president. She had her tries. Plural. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she probably got her face buried in Willie Brown's crotch right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Immigration is a farce.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Undocumented
government. It's an imaginary line.
I dare you to cross the Canada-United States line.
White man, how dare you? How dare you?
That was kind of racist.
White man. See, they always pulling the race card, man. Even the white boys.
Undocumented
government. It's an imaginary line.
I dare you to cross the Canada-United States line.
White man, how dare you? How dare you?
That was kind of racist.
Privileged white man too.
How was that racist?
But you know what I'm doing?
You just called me a privileged white man.
You cannot be racist to white people because white people are the dominant race in the
Man, these Democrats, white people hate white people more than black people hate them. You know what I'm saying? They just hate everybody.
this country. Full stop.
You were calling me privileged when you don't know anything about me. I could have grown up in Section 8 housing.
This is privilege.
Okay, all right.
Tell
me that.
He act like his fucking skin color is a credit card. Get out of here.
Tell me this.
Here.
I know a lot of white bums. I know a lot of white people with that white skin that can't get shit in life. You know?
Tell me this.
Privilege.
Why are the left so self-loathing, riddled with guilt, absolutely tying themselves in knots of confusion?
Bunch of liberals screaming all together. I call it trauma bonding. They trauma bonding, Maggie.
And even the white liberal Karens seem to confuse themselves as well.
Janice, Luke, good morning, man. Grand Rising, everybody. H, I think I remember you from co-podcast with DS1. Yeah, DS1, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Sheep Stay Sleep TV, you know, and we are wide awake this morning, you know?
So what does that mean, white supremacy is terrorism?
Have people been terrorized by white supremacists?
Do you notice that almost everyone here is white?
Caddy, salute.
White started it, white got to fix it.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I'm glad we clarified that. Good one. Thank you. Now to peak lefty Don Lemon, you know, the former CNN host, the one that was sacked.
Fucking mook.
Well, he's back posting illogical rants and
sweet as pie.
Downward spiral, this time suggesting that moving Trump's inauguration indoors was not due to the cold.
I'm not sure it's the cold. I think maybe it's that you're afraid of the crowd sizes.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go with this fucking projection dumb. This is just stupid.
And that hotel's
Trump had the biggest crowds, the most fucking rallies. Knock it off. He just had a rally yesterday.
Still available. And then a lot of people, as many people as, showed up for, Barack Obama or Joe Biden or whatever, won't be showing up for your inauguration. I think it's the crowd sizes. That number is more important than the temperature.
Oops, you spoke too quick.
You keep telling yourself that, Donnie. If it helps you sleep better at night, all the best to you. Now to New York, where I'm sure the locals would hope for a crackdown on crime and violence and other issues. So how is New York Governor Kathy Hochul spending hard-earned taxpayer dollars? I mean, surely it's on fixing things and improving the lives of those in the city, right?
Hell no. You see what's happening on the trains? Man, they talking about New York New York is bad. I'm going to show y'all right now. Not right now, after I finish playing this Lefty Loser.
No, it's going towards jazz hands.
I can't believe what the fuck I'm seeing. That's worse than seeing Bobby Shmurda dancing on top of the label's desk.
And an audition for Broadway. Good to see. Now, what will the bitter banshees of The View do once Joe Biden is gone?
So would you?
Oh, I can't stand these old broads. Now, if y'all hate The View, type twos in the chat, man. I mean, spam the chat if you don't like these broads, man. They look like they breath stink. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start it out.
Ready. I miss him. He's a good person. You know, he spent the last 50 years caring about the country. This other one spent 50 years scamming everybody, you know, and trying to stay out of jail. You know who I'm talking about. You know, I really miss Biden. I feel like we were safe. Like, I didn't have to worry. Was everything going to blow up? I could live my life while he was there. Now, every day I wake up and I worry, what is this guy going to do next?
Poor Joy. She must be one of the only.
I mean, they could sue this motherfucker for anxiety, right? This motherfucker have billions of dollars in litigation for anxiety that he's giving these fucking people. A self-imposed anxiety, that is.
People who feel safe with this man, you know, a very safe, stable, coherent president of the United States. And it looks like the Trump effect is in full swing now. SNL are taking on the lunatics over at MSNBC.
Hello and welcome to MSNBC. I'm Rachel Maddow. And dads, you better hide your older bookish lesbian daughters because, yeah, I'm back on TV. Tonight for our special inauguration weekend coverage, I'm joined by our panel of MSNBC hosts.
I heard it's okay to say the word transvestite again, so I'll be using that word a lot. I'm waiting for them to make the F word legal again. Okay?
Basically like the Avengers for your...
And I don't mean fuck. I'm just letting y'all know now.
Aunt. It's Ari Melber.
Thanks, Rachel.
Hey, fuck you, Nitty. Get out my chat.
Joy Reid.
Glad to be here.
Stephanie Rule.
Hey, girlfriend.
And finally, Chris Hayes, a.k.a. Woke Sheldon.
Okay, drag me, mama.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? For the turtles, you know, that's been jumping all these hurdles. All right? Like us people with common sense. But mommy said common sense is not that common. And we've seen a lot of that shit today, man. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. Bust this one. You're going to love this.
Meltdowns because Donald Trump is back, baby.
Yeah, this is my favorite shit, man. I think I'll make a track to this, man. You know, this is crazy. Sounds like hell. What the? Look, him crawled up in these bitches' panties and died. Hey, let me get in the chat real quick, right? Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. It's real early here. Should we give Nitty a wrench? Nitty's been hating on me, and then, you know, I don't know. Should we give Nitty a wrench? Type ones if we should give Nitty a wrench.
Yes, some of those were even from the first inauguration, but this time round, it's music to my ears. The screams really warm my heart because...
Damn, man, I thought I was bugging. I thought I was
bugging. To see it, don't we? It's over for the woke lefties who are just so desperately trying to stay relevant in this new era of optimism. Cue the Karens, please.
I would rather wear underwear full of angry bees than watch the inauguration on Monday.
I'd rather wear panties with the dick holes. Shut up.
Okay then. And of course, when all else fails, make a public service announcement.
I don't know about you, but I will not be watching the inauguration.
Woo, child. The inauguration won't be watching you either. I wonder if she's still alive.
Not during the inauguration, not after the inauguration.
Look like she came from the grave just to tell us, give us this hatred. You know what I'm saying? If you're on that Trump train, type ones.
Not any part of it on the news. Who's with me?
Oh, this bitch is ugly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just get her off on my screen. You know what I'm saying? It says New York Police Department targets some of the worst Bronx. Yo, look at this right here, man. New York is on. All right, now this has less to do with the migrant situation, but more to do with common sense. And like I said, common sense ain't that common. It's time for New York to turn red. Okay?
And the only TV crew along for what police call the takedown of some of the most violent gang members they've ever seen.
All right, Lisa Everett joins us now with her exclusive look with the NYPD.
Hold up. And I got the video of the Haitian dude that's literally in handcuffs yelling at the fucking cop, right? Telling him, Obama, Obama, Obama. Obama ain't give a fuck about your black ass. Obama only cared about the gays. Let's keep you. That's all Obama cared. Obama didn't care about no black people, man. Obama wants your ass sent back too.
Well, Stephen, Natasha, we had that firsthand look at how the NYPD is bringing alleged gang members who terrorize their own community to justice. And now
Obama took down your mama.
The Bronx DA says they've been charged in a 176-count felony indictment.
Nay Benz, police.
All right, check it out, right? They cracking down. All right, but bust this one. You're gonna love this shit. These motherfucking like this dude got locked up for child piss on. Child piss, and he's fighting, kicking and screaming not to go back. Take your punk ass back. But watch what he says. He's like, fuck Trump. All right. Say that in Trump face, pussy.
Immigration crackdown is off to a fast start. Fox News has learned that in a 33-hour period between Tuesday morning and Wednesday night, ICE agents arrested over 460 migrants, many with long criminal histories.
Oh, let's update that number. It's 1,200 motherfuckers already up out of here.
But these operations
are taking homies too. They taking homies. They catch you. They getting your homie and everything. Watch. This one poor son of a bitch. He was sleeping in the bed, right? Police, boom, knock the door down, got him. It's like, oh, check the rest of these motherfuckers. Come to find out, this dude was going to court for some foul rape shit. They like, yo, matter of fact, you too. It's about to get wicked out here.
Aren't just limited to Boston. They're taking place all over the country. Bill Malugin.
65% of the American people is with this shit too. Let's not get it twisted, right? That the news headlines are reading, what are they going to do? But the people in the house, they like, get them. And as soon as they put that hotline up, oh God, especially if it's more than $10,000, the snitch, niggas going to be snitching on their mama. What? Jamaican weed, man, no disrespect, because I love my island people. A lot of my people from the island. We from St. Martin. Bro, you ain't going to give me that. All right, say less. Dredd is over here pumping 2 for $5s and shit. No.
Is getting an exclusive look at this massive, important operation in the sanctuary city of Boston. Live now to Bill.
Well, Emily, we've heard
James P's mad about this shit right here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
officials here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration.
Woo, child! They said they not gonna cooperate. Oh, that's the wrong shit to be talking about.
And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to.
Hold on.
Now to Bill.
Well, Emily, we've heard officials here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration. And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to cooperate with us. We're still going to go into your city and we're going to do the job. And we were with ICE Boston yesterday for about 10 hours as we got to watch them firsthand carry out immigration enforcement. Take a look.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston.
Oh, they hitting their mark. Woo-chow. Oh, yeah. Wait until that fucking hotline number come out. Dudes is going to be turning in everybody. I'm telling you.
This team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
Stimulate the economy. You know, let's get the lights up, man. Double tap the screen or go to the top right of your screen and hit the 3 dots. Okay, let's go.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
They say they only going for the violent ones first, but check my boy out from Haiti. This nigga got here. I mean, basically, he learned enough English to tell him some shit. Watch this. They don't want to go back to Haiti. They don't want to go back over there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the process is and what stops them from just doing it the right way, but look at my man right here.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
17 convictions.
Trump, you feel me? Yo,
What, Trump? We allowed your ass to get 17 felonies. Americans can't get 3 felonies. Americans cannot get 3 felonies. You know what you are? Lifer after that. 3-time loser. That's what they call it. So for us, Americans, if we get locked up for murder one time, we're done. Motherfuckers is getting locked up for murder. Right? Getting let go, get back in the country, getting locked up for another murder, getting let go, get back in the country. All it takes, yo, bro, why not let the gangs get a fucking, you know what I'm saying, income tax, some income tax now? Why not? It ain't fair. We can't get it. 3 strikes removed. Listen, let me tell you something, right? 3 strikes removed. I got 2 felonies. If I catch another felony, we're going to see if it's removed. You're getting life. You're getting life. 3rd time, you're getting life. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. They say that it was removed. Maybe on paper it was removed, but not in reality. Waxito.
Criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro. Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE boss.
He didn't do enough for you, nigga. You supposed to, the first thing you should know, right? The crime is not the crime. The crime is getting caught, dummy. This nigga got caught 17 times. Convicted, not accused. Convicted. Let's get the lights up, please.
Quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and
look at this rape. He running the streets with a rape charge. You know what I'm saying?
Released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested.
This shit about to get wicked out there. He was just in the vicinity with the cat.
After ICE,
watch what Tom Homan say, though.
Determined he's also in the U.S. illegally. This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
You know what? Who the people I feel bad for? The ones that been in this country for a long ass time, that got their foot planted, never been locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because after they done with this wave of people, you know what's going to happen unless the law changes.
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally. They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
And guys, a quick note on some of the blurring we did in that story. We decided to hide the faces of the ICE officers, obviously, because a lot of them work undercover. We also blurred some of the faces of the suspects if their cases are still pending, if they've been arrested but haven't been convicted yet. We also learned after we were done filming that ICE picked up another target on the other side of the city. This was a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested locally and is facing charges for raping a woman while holding a gun in her mouth, guys.
A gun in the mouth. That's crazy. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? 59 votes. Did you hit the like button? All right, we're going to put up another poll. You know what I mean? But What are we doing? Child pornography? What are we doing?
Those are the kind of targets ICE is picking up out here. We'll send it back to you.
Bill Malugin, thank you. Kaylee, an absolutely frightening collection of individuals. Took 33 hours to get 461 out of the way. Amazing. With a little bit of leadership, a little bit of gumption, and the mandate from the...
You're going to put a hit on this broad right here. I'm going to tell you something, man. The way they about to start talking...
The American people can do.
And Emily, we were sitting there watching this, and you said 18 convictions for that Haitian individual. I mean, we were stunned to hear him say, bleep Trump. Thank you, Biden. Thank you, Obama. Biden forever, bro. Pay attention to what he is saying. That Biden and Obama enabled someone with 18 criminal convictions to sit in our country without any sort of accountability. There's a lot of people they need to add to that list. Mr. Haitian migrant, criminal who's no longer going to be here. Add Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston.
They eating the cats.
Add Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago. Add Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. Democrats have enabled this. And what a smart move from this administration to put these images out there within 48 hours. Because I can tell you this, the media is trying to focus on crying immigrants whose CBP apps were canceled, their appointments were canceled. They're trying to find
that part, looking to pull that sympathy card. What about the kids? What about the kids? You know what the fuck is going on. Why would you drag your fucking kids into a situation where you know? Well, we're not talking about the ones that did the right way. We're talking about the ones that just did some desperate, dumb shit.
Find the collateral migrants who are swept up. Tom Homan said that would happen because Democrats are not being compliant. They're trying to find those stories. And the Trump administration says, here are the criminals that are going to make the next Laken Riley happen in this country. This is what we're doing, protecting women, girls, American citizens.
And as Kaylee talks about the Laken Riley Act, Tom Homan warns these individuals, you will be arrested for these collateral individuals. You will be arrested for resisting this.
Yeah, you know, we do need to take a good look at the first law they broke, though.
First law was getting up in here illegally. You know what I mean? It wasn't the crimes you committed while you was here. That's the first crime.
That is really the problem. They came into this country illegally. And the last administration wanted to legalize their illegal behavior and just turn them into our neighbors. And that's how these people have gotten to the point where, well, can we vote too? Eric Adams, don't forget what he said when he was a candidate before he decided he might need Trump to clean up this mess that he and the governor of New York have put on the citizens here in the state with illegal immigration. He said, oh, I'll see if you can vote, even if you're not here illegally. So can we all just agree that when you break our law of sovereignty at the border, it counts, it matters, and they are going after the most violent among them in the criminal.
It does count, it does matter, and that's where it starts.
And if they sweep up some, as you said, Kaylee, I
that Mikey in the motherfucking town.
Believe, look, they're not.
Mikey B over there doing that God's work, man. Salute the Hood Love TV, y'all, man. I love that dude, brother. And look, let me tell you something, right? Maybe not everybody pays attention to the good works that we do, but some of us do. Salute to you, man. Happy 2025, bro. We love you out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got your back. By me, I mean me and everybody that's on my side. We all love you, all right?
Playing ball with ICE. But they're also sweeping up people because those people are with the illegal guys who are committing the violent crimes because they're here illegally too. I can't say that enough. And does that mean that everybody gets pushed out? What it ought to mean is everybody at least gets vetted.
Trace, I want to talk to you about something specific having to do with California.
I'll put the link on the community wall if anybody want to pull up.
Yeah. So we know that ICE issued over 420.
And I mean that, Mikey. I mean that because I see your struggle, man. But you got support out here, man, and never hesitate to tap in. You heard?
20 detainers, which means that they demand to be notified when a national is released from custody. These ones that they're requesting are in custody for things like homicide, battery, rape, kidnapping, and the like. But they're in the city of San Jose, for example, when Miss Bambi Larson was murdered by an illegal immigrant who had 6 detainer requests from ICE. And that is why, in part, Michael Gates from Huntington Beach in your neck of the woods in Southern California is suing California, saying we are not a sanctuary city. You are hurting American citizens. So this is something that we're going to see reflected in these.
Just to explain the Jersey, it was something cheap. and colorful. You know what I'm saying? I like the colors. And, you know, I do have a lot of bullshit in here. Bullshit. We do a lot of bullshit around here. You know what I'm saying? All right. The Africans, man, they fighting back.
Ongoing tensions now.
But yeah, this has something to do with the colors and shit. You know?
But I see Tom Homan and the rest of the United States succeeding over this.
And it's important to note that when you talk about Huntington Beach, it's in Orange County, and Orange County is a redder part of California. Not as red as it used to be, but remember, in the election, 11 counties in California went red. So it was a big deal, a big shift. California is not going to cooperate. Bill Melugin, nobody's done better work on this stuff than Bill Melugin when he was talking.
California is not going to cooperate. That's why it needs to turn red ASAP.
Talking about in his script, saying Boston is not going to cooperate. Yes, but Boston is also not resisting a lot of this stuff. They're not putting up any kind of resistance, which is a very good point, because even Eric...
I'll tell you who they ain't putting up no resistance either. Chicago. They said it looked like a ghost town in certain spots. Chicago. Because there's some neighborhood that's synonymous with illegal immigrants. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But watch how Chicago looks. Give me 1 second.
Eric Adams is saying, you know what, we're gonna play ball. We're gonna play, even Denver, we're gonna play ball a little bit. California's not.
Eric Adams is playing ball because of those charges. Let's not get it twisted. That's why he jumped on the Trump train. All right. Now all of a sudden everything is Trump, Trump, Trump. You know, it started with those so-called trumped up charges, which I don't think is trumped up at all. I think the motherfucker was stealing. But that's my opinion. You know.
Not there yet. California is pushing back, saying we are going to resist. We are going to protect. Chicago is saying we are going to protect our people.
Chicago's ghost town.
But you can see as they start seeing these images of MS-13 members and gang members being gathered up and sent to their home countries, you're going to see more public opinion come out and say, this is what we need. It's not Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying they're deporting legal people. It's not what's happening. They are reporting the worst of the worst like they said they would do.
That's why the protection of the people means complying with ICE and actually helping this rather than resisting.
Well, and part of Bill Melugin's reporting, he commented on.
Let's keep it real, right? I do hope they put something in play for people that's been here forever, doing anything and doing it the right way.
This is why
Needs to be something in place for them.
People voted for. We talk about Laken Riley and protecting the Americans, women, moms.
Plan working. All right, let's get in the poll. Right? All right, Trump train. We're having a little bit of lag. Let me give me 1 second. Let me refresh this. Oh, here we go. All right, if you're on the Trump train, type ones in the chat, right? Will Trump's plan work? All right. It says Chicago neighborhood turned into a ghost town amid deportations. Let's check it out. We like looking at Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? Ever since academics started throwing dirt on them and shit like that, I've been paying attention, right? And academics is all on the news right now, too. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Promises made, promises kept, with President Trump taking immediate action on his top campaign focus, fighting illegal immigration. From coast to coast, ICE agents going city to city, sometimes door to door, tracking down the nearly 1.5 million undocumented set for deportation. And as ICE closes in on migrants, once vibrant Chicago neighborhoods are now turning into ghost towns. And tonight we are taking you to a neighborhood that has gone silent.
Look, I said from day one, no one's off the table.
They shaking like Vegas crap dice when he says that nobody's off the table, man.
We arrested 1,300 people. Over 1,000 of them were criminals.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement operate.
Boston, New Jersey, Newark, New York City, Philadelphia, DC, Miami, Atlanta, Denver, Seattle. The next states they going for is Illinois, Minnesota, Utah, and California.
Reportedly underway in jurisdictions all across the nation. Federal agents have been spotted in many sanctuary cities carrying out these operations.
I hope the sanctuary cities come around.
In vibrant streets of this Hispanic neighborhood in Chicago sit relatively empty because of the concerns over ICE.
Welcome to Mezquite Restaurant, sir.
This little taqueria, like most in the Pilsen neighborhood, is owned and operated by immigrants. The Cruz family, who in 1994
this guy's story. Now, these are the people I'm speaking up for.
Made the long journey from Mexico City to Chicago to grow their little taco stand into a thriving restaurant.
We got tacos. We got breakfast, chilaquiles.
I want y'all to listen to what this man says very clearly, okay?
This American dream is one thousands of migrants are striving for when they cross the southern border. But the drastic shutdown of illegal immigration is a campaign promise the majority of American voters are expecting Donald Trump to make good on.
Honest to you, when
65% of the people
he come back again, I was like, man, I feel scared.
President Trump, border czar Tom Homan, and the highest-ranking members of Immigration and Customs Enforcement say they're only targeting violent criminals during these initial deportations. News Nation has seen what these operations look like. I rode along and conducted early morning raids with ICE agents when they arrested men from Iraq and Belize, convicted criminals who spent prison time for robbery and gun charges.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a good guy. I pay my taxes.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up real quick, right? And should we, have an open heart for people that, I think we should, for people that's been doing it the right way forever, and just probably don't got their papers together yet, I think there should be something in place for them.
Because I do everything right. You know what's going to happen to me? They're going to grab me too. They're not going to check right now.
We've seen examples of resistance throughout Hispanic neighborhoods, including these signs instructing
don't open for ICE. ICE out of our communities.
Immigrant men.
ICE cannot illegally come into your house.
And women to push back and block federal agents from entering.
Hold on, let me look at some of the things that they're saying on this paper that they
instructing immigrant men and women.
It says begin recording if possible. Use the ACLU, which is the American Civil Liberties Union. They don't put it there, but I know what the ACLU is. My baby mama used to work there. App on the sanctuary phone. If not, use any cell phone at hand. Ask if they have a warrant. Press the panic button on the sanctuary phone to activate the rapid response team. Call Kate Stimson, sanctuary attorney. Oh, this is a lawyer. Oh, these lawyers are fucking hot. These are lawyer notices. These are ambulance chasers. These are ambulance chasing fucking notices. This is what this is. Then they have the one in Spanish over here on the left-hand side. Yeah, man, these lawyers ain't shit.
Women to push back and block federal agents from entering their homes. But the reality is, new polling shows 65% of Americans.
Respectfully, if they're not here legally, they got to fucking get up out of here. That's it.
Strongly support deporting immigrants convicted of violent crimes. That includes Horacio Aguilera, an Iraq war veteran and Mexican-American police officer. He voted for Trump and wants mass deportations of criminals to carry on as quickly as possible.
A lot of Hispanic Americans, there was also a rise that voted for Trump. I think 9 out of 10 people that are living here in America.
And here's the person who has voted for Trump who's Hispanic.
Chicago, Illinois, are going to agree that if you're an illegal resident and you are arrested for committing a crime, prosecuted for committing a crime, and you are an illegal resident, you are subject to deportation.
The so-called mass deportations have not been carried out in Chicago like people once believed.
Taking like Vegas crap dice, because it's like, yo, I caught the case. I got in here illegally. I caught the case. I got lucky twice. And then they gave me a fucking bail. And now I'm free to go. No, you're not.
But that hasn't stopped local and state leaders from sounding the alarm and strengthening local codes which reinforce the city's sanctuary status.
We should stand up for them. That is the right thing to do. But he's trying to tear things down.
Governor, what's your response to people who might say that Democrats are the one sowing
Fat boy, you next.
chaos, confusion, and fear mongering when talking about mass deportations that haven't even happened in Chicago?
What are you talking about? They are literally threatening people all across the country. How can you say that we're overreacting somehow? We're not.
The Trump administration is vowing to investigate and prosecute local and state officials who stand in the way of what the federal government is doing. Natasha?
Yeah, Alex, with that tonight.
Somebody says, once they get rid of the Mexicans, blacks are next. That sounds racist as shit.
I thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinNN.
Go back to Africa. That's what he's saying? They're going to send us back to Africa, bro? Come on, not Africa, man. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? If they do, so what? Who gives a fuck?
For the first time in more than a decade, officers enforcing immigration laws will now be able to arrest migrants sheltering in schools and churches. The new guidance coming from the Trump administration today. This comes after nearly 2.
So, as President Trump makes good on his promise to begin the largest deportation effort in U.S. history, undocumented immigrants living in New York are on edge. And while this immense deportation effort will prioritize removing the criminals, gang members, and terror watch list suspects hiding in this country, New York City is home to over 400,000 people who do not have a legal right to remain in America and now face.
Somebody said we ain't Africans. We are Native Americans, and Trump about to show the world. I'm just regular American. I don't like all that extra shit.
It's an uncertain future because federal agents have been instructed to search everywhere and anywhere for those who are a danger to this country.
Now, the Trump administration is allowing ICE and Border Patrol to go into sensitive areas like schools, churches, and hospitals to arrest migrants.
New York City is now bracing for what happens next. The city's home to more than 400,000 undocumented immigrants.
Hey, y'all, they getting mad because they said they're going to go up in schools and churches. Some of you motherfuckers never been to a school or a church. When last time one of y'all been in a church? Huh?
The city has a set of sanctuary laws that prevent city workers from cooperating with federal immigration enforcement, except when it comes to those who have been convicted of committing crimes.
They want to deport the gang members, the cartels who have been walking in our streets, on the streets freely.
The complaints are still coming in. Homeless migrants leaving garbage on the street, fighting in local parks, particularly a group of about 50 men who they say are out of control.
I'm honestly scared because I left my country because of the warfare, because of the violence. We're here looking for a better future.
Well, first of all, President Trump, he had promised mass deportations, and today the administration taking
Came here the
a
other day and
major
said
step.
that Jesus is actually in Massachusetts, in Boston, to be specific. Jesus better have his motherfucking papers right. You know what I'm talking about?
We got to celebrate our differences. Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo. We got to celebrate our differences. Nacho taco, chimichanga.
Say that we will be fucked up, right? That the Mexicans are in trouble and that we're not gonna have people pick out oranges and all this other bullshit y'all talking about and cotton, right? It's just real racist.
So people are now fleeing New York City's asylum shelters to avoid President Trump's massive immigration crackdown. But even though many of New York's progressive leaders have vowed to resist such plans, none of them even bother mentioning that under their watch, the entire immigration situation here has become an absolute disaster.
Hold the fuck up, right? I showed this to them earlier, but I think I gotta remind y'all, right? They raided a fucking African market over here in Ohio, right? And shit, I'm hearing gunshots and everything up in this joint, man. This shit like Wild Wild West out here. Shocking video has surfaced showing U.S. immigration officials conducting a massive raid at Sarega Market, an African supermarket in Columbus, Ohio. Man, they just lost all their business. This one video, this one viral video make them lose all of their business.
Hoy sí. Hoy, mira lo que pasó.
Even the legal ones ain't going. You ever been a black man before and then walk out the supermarket or something out of Target or one of them joints? You just feel like the alarm is gonna go off for some reason. I don't know. Is it just me or does it feel like the alarm is about to go off? Right? I think that's what's gonna happen in this business. Sarega market is gonna suffer. People are gonna say, you know what? If I go up in there, the alarm is gonna go off. I'm not shopping there. Hell no, nigga. Ice Ages come with them fucking plain ass cars. Oh,
Mira,
no, it's not. It's just you. It's you too, motherfucker.
mira. Oh, me dio miedo, me dio miedo. Me dio miedo, yo creo que fue allá. Sí.
You know it's bad when the Mexicans is surveilling the African market.
Mira.
Fucked up, right? Look at this shit. The Mexicans didn't want to go to the regular Mexican. They like, yo, you know what? Let's go fuck the African joint because they might not be getting them wrong.
Mira. Oh my God. Mira. Sí, encontraron, creo. Mira. Mira.
It says the footage captured on Friday appears to depict officials targeting Africans without proper documentation.
Oh my God. Tuvimos 2, 3 disparos, creo que sí lo encontraron, estaba ahí cerca.
It reminded me of that Claudine movie. Remember when the welfare dude came to the house? Oh, look at these walls. They got these new. Jesus, it's about to get crazy out here. Oh, wait. Let me just show y'all something before we get back to New York. Look how I look at the border. Motherfuckers look like a construction site. Look at this wall. The Mexican wall. The China wall. Yeah, fine. Hold up a second. I want to show y'all the actual wall, how they put this shit together. New, improved wall. I heard this shit goes up to the sky. Man, I heard this new wall. If you touch this new wall, if you even get close to this shit is happening to this new wall right here. It's the new improved wall. Okay. Now I do know that some of you niggas is sensitive. The Great Wall of America. I like that, man. Just like the Gulf of America. I like those type of names. Those type of names cool. You know what I'm saying? Now they said that after they get the other people, then black people was next. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? These hot motherfuckers right here. They ain't wasting no time. Look at this shit. They just building wall. They just out there just building wall up like railroad tracks. Putting this shit together like Legos. They putting that wall up, y'all. They putting that motherfucking wall up. Don't look like they bullshit now, huh? Don't look like they bullshit at all. Putting that shit up like the Barclays Center. Look at that. Oh shit. That shit do like the Great Wall of China, the Great Wall of America. They putting two walls. They said just in case the first one didn't work. Newsflash, they people know how to crawl over that fucking like they get over that wall, like that so-called wall, like Spider-Man. I seen it with my own eyes, man. I seen them eating the cats and all that over here in Ohio too. That shit, just ripping necks. New York. Let's get back to
disaster, especially for law-abiding immigrants. Because although most of the 220,000 asylum seekers who've come here are not criminals or gang members, dangerous individuals have co-opted this crisis from the onset, working their way into New York City's shelters, where in many cases they end up being housed next to families with young kids. An insane situation made possible because this anyone who finds themselves here, while simultaneously banning its own police from patrolling taxpayer-funded compounds like the Roosevelt Hotel, where known gang members reside.
I don't know why I went live so early, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I had to talk. Mainly, I do got this case up that I want to show y'all today, right? And we do like to go down the rabbit hole. It's Sunday. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, right? I want to show y'all a case of a dude, a parolee. This motherfucker. He killed somebody, right? And then he said the live stream recorder is not available. Wow.
And as we've seen
Tell you about it in a second.
over the last year, New York City's shelters and working class neighborhoods have ended up as bases where these thugs plan and commit crime all over town. But if you thought rampant gang activity was bad, it gets even worse, because as progressive as New York City is, it's got absolutely nothing to offer asylum seekers other than a temporary hotel room with mass unemployment and homelessness persisting among their ranks more than 2 years since this crisis began, with many finding it who never should have come here in the first place. And that brings us to the real reason why these deportations are so important. New York City has allowed criminals to embed themselves all over town for free, and these criminals, they've taken full advantage of this opportunity. And now waves of moped crime and subway crime are sweeping over our city in ways no progressive ever thought possible. On top of that, these gangs have been turning middle-class parts of town into open-air flea markets where stolen goods line the streets. And as you're about to see, even though our televisions have been calling about Trump's evil plan since 2015, locals living in immigrant communities right behind me here, this massive building, this is the Roosevelt Hotel. It is a shelter for asylum seekers, and it's the welcome center for all new arrivals in New York.
That shit look empty out there now.
It's also a place where the city knows gang members are residing, but because this is a sanctuary city, police can't go inside to do anything about it, and the crime that comes out of this building affects all of Midtown, as we saw last summer with gang activity in Central Park and then gang activity in Times Square. However, it looks like that's about...
Somebody said black people were immigrants when the white man stole blacks. I don't know if you meant to put that D at the back. They became naturalized to get land. RFK and MLK files dropping later. Most gang members I've met were U.S. citizens. This guy's accurate. In Florida, there are areas that are known for creating fake IDs for illegals. It's extremely bad everywhere here in the U.S. I'm glad it's getting fixed and fast. Salute P. What about JFK? JFK 2, stole it. Yeah, I mean, that's what they said. Normally, when they come over here trying to kick some knowledge to me, man, they look at me and they think that I'm not well studied or something. Like, I just happen to fall on this subject, man. I've been fucking with this shit forever, man. Your dads are ghosts. Stole it. Peekaboo, this is not about black people. Allegedly. Let us tell it. Everything about us. You know what I'm saying?
to change. And in a shock to many progressives, it looks like New York City's mayor is willing to cooperate with Trump's new border czar.
Mayor Adams once again emphatic.
And that's why we fuck with them. Good for business is good for me. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like regular people. I'd rather think about a businessman than a fucking politician. You know?
The NYPD is not restricted from working with ICE when it comes to criminals. Now, the Trump administration is allowing ICE and Border Patrol to go in.
Whoa. Shedrick Ferguson came in hot. Blacks were merchandised, not immigrants. Whoa, child.
To sensitive areas like schools, churches, and hospitals.
So, New York is a sanctuary city, which means that it is a non-immigration enforcement zone, which will not cooperate and in many cases resists the federal government. However, New York City's mayor has indicated he's going to cooperate with the federal government when it comes to arresting criminals. Plus, federal agents now have authority to enter sensitive areas. Hospitals, schools, libraries, and places like the Roosevelt Hotel are going to be a magnet for federal immigration enforcement because we know there are criminals living inside these places, which is baffling to the parents of small kids that live in this place. They don't understand how it's possible for a government to feed and take care of people who are criminals and to let them keep coming back here after they get arrested. But New York is a sanctuary city. Police are not allowed inside of these places. They can't go on patrol in here, find criminals, put a stop to lawlessness. No, that's banned. But when the parents of small kids...
You know what? We were sold. And that's a fact. But, you know, sometimes I like to think about the things we can do because I've heard the story about how bad we did as far as giving our rights up. And, you know, even in the music industry, how bad we just did. We just failed. And I hate to hear that shit so much. It's like hearing the Jewish people talk about the Holocaust instead of talking about how they're going to get money. They took their pain, right? And they didn't wait for somebody to give them something. They went and took what they felt that they needed, which was finance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've heard the story 1,000 times. I've seen it in the books. I'm not teaching my kids that shit. You know, we'll talk about history and stuff like that. Obviously, we have to discuss the history, the obvious history, but we need to focus on how to make us some money, in my opinion. You know,
living in places like this go on record saying that the
gang, you got a bum ass mentality. You're never gonna see what I'm saying. You're never gonna see that. You know, they did this to this. They did this. They did this. They did this. Okay, I've heard it. You know what I mean? Like. Half a fucking century. I've heard it. Cool. All the skin politics and all that shit, cool. Good. You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell me about how to be in a good relationship and you don't even got to knock it off.
Gangs have got to go. That reveals that this is not a race thing or an anti-
I mean, you can't really sell me on what I should have when you don't got it yourself.
Immigrant thing at all. This is a public safety issue. But the mainstream media is absolutely devastated that federal agents now have the authority to go anywhere, looking for those who could be a danger to society, while entirely neglecting the negative effects gang activity.
I'm running in church, nigga. If the nigga was in church, he wouldn't in church that bad. He wouldn't have a fucking child pornography case.
Is having on working class neighborhoods right here in New York, some of which are mainly made up of immigrants.
The complaints are still coming in. These community members are frustrated with conditions they describe as horrible. Homeless migrants leaving garbage on the street, fighting in local parks, particularly a group of about 50 men who they say are out of...
So here in Queens, you've got a group of 50 men fighting in parks and destroying public places.
They fucking shit up. No more sanctuary cities. That shit is a wrap. All right, y'all gonna have to do it a different way. Everybody with the arm. Listen, you was at the country before and you lived up into this long. You'll be all right. You'll find another country. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Fucking countries out there. They all fighting to be up in our little America, man. Come on, man. Make America great again, man. Send these motherfuckers back. All right. If I was stuck in Africa and they was threatening to send me back to America, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to introduce y'all to a different conversation, right? I want y'all to, most of y'all probably don't know who Lord Jamar is or Godfrey, right? But I want to ask y'all something. I want to get the audience's, vibration of this conversation. Now they're having a flat Earth conversation. Salute, 10 man. A flat Earth conversation, which I really don't know shit about. But Lord Jamar is in the headlines a lot for, saying that Puerto Ricans have nothing to do with the creation of hip hop. Conversation like that with Fat Joe. Check this out.
Yeah, Flat Earth is the dumbest hoax in human history. Jamar just watched some videos by Eric Dubé, who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorized what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be intelligent instead.
Now, Lord Jamar basically says that he wants to debate Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever his name is. I like watching his shit about, documentaries about outer space and stuff like that. The universe. But then, they replace his request with this guy. So Lord Jamar is basically thinking that this dude is not studied, and this happens. Okay.
Everything you say is so insanely stupid and can be disproven with like middle school level physics.
Really?
So yeah, we can go ahead and you can rattle off your
Do it. Do you have a working model of a ball that has water sticking to the outside of it? Can you show me a working model of that?
A tennis ball.
Yes, wet. And that, but no. That's not water sticking to a ball. That's saturation of water on the ball.
So
I want you to show me.
Oh man, when keeping it real goes wrong. This is what I'm gonna say. Here's the nigga that's trying to sound smart that ends up being stupid and being humbled by actual information. This is, to me, this is how you humble a motherfucker and ridicule him and show that you're not really built for this.
Me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball and spin off.
I heard what you said.
Show me a working model.
The reason that things stick to the earth is because the earth is extremely massive, so it generates a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists.
No.
Things fall to the ground.
There is
I think so, Super.
Density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing that makes things.
Nah, he's talking about, Super is talking about this particular thing with Lord Jamar.
Drop to the ground. It depends the medium that it is in. If I drop something in this water, depending on how heavy it is, it's going to sink or float.
Being humbled.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful. Talk about
now, mind you,
the stupidest shit. Like if he was in this,
mind you, this is Godfrey show, right? Where him and Lord Jamar are pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And Godfrey's trying to kind of stay out of it.
Room, I'd be smacking the shit out of him right now.
Now Lord Jamar is saying basically, if this dude was in front of me, I'll slap the shit out of him.
We'll talk about the stupidest shit. Like if he was in this room, I'd be smacking the shit out of him right now.
If scientists study science, it's all bullshit.
There's always the ones that say they'll slap the shit out of you that won't slap nobody.
Right, sir? You know that, right?
What you say to the
you know that, right?
He's a scalar. It's not a force. It can't make things move.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, Magpie. I don't know what the fuck they think. I know it's dumb as shit too.
Buoyancy.
And he's mad because this white boy in his mind is humbling him. That's all it is, because Lord Jamar's a 5%er. He think the white man's the devil. You know what I'm saying? So the white man's schooling him like this, he not feeling that. That's all it is. Let's keep it real. Y'all can sugarcoat the shit. People that's familiar with the issue can sugarcoat it and be like, and come at me about what I'm saying. But the simple truth is that Lord Jamar's 5%er. 5%ers believe that the white man is the devil. So why would he agree with anything that he's saying right now?
There's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation. Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists.
When gravity, the secret sauce.
Here's the problem with your density bullshit. You think that things fall
crazy
down because the air is less dense.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not because of that. It's because of the gravitational pull of the Earth. He's right.
Air is less dense above the object too. So why the don't things fall up? Can you
Things
explain
do
that to me?
fall up, you fucking asshole.
what
Bubbles,
fall up?
bubbles
Nothing
go up,
falls
you
up.
stupid. Evaporation goes up, you dickhead. Like, what the f are you
boy.
talking about?
That's
Like-
not a. That's because there's
it's
wind.
because it's lighter than the fucking density it's in.
Doesn't
Why?
a bubble-
How can
doesn't
a
a-
fly
doesn't
defy
a bubble
gravity?
fall? Doesn't a-
How can a tadpole defy gravity? You fucking shithead. How does anything swim through the ocean? How do you can lift your your legs off the fucking ground?
things can-
You cock bag.
Right now, he's just blurting out shit that don't make sense.
Things fall down to the ground
because they're heavy. Because they have density.
Okay,
That's why.
what is heavy? What is weight? Do you even know what weight is?
Oh my!
What's weight?
Simple.
Tell me the definition of weight.
It's your head on your shoulders, you fat
Oh,
head
someone's
bitch.
getting a little sassy because he
Like,
doesn't know the answer to the
bro,
question. What
we're
is
not
weight
going to
mean?
sit here and talk about all these.
We're not going to sit here and define words that you don't
Yes,
know. that you're
define
trying to
words. We're talking about what's heavy and what's light.
Yes, what's heavy mean, dumbass? You said the word heavy. What is heavy? What is weight? What is weight? What does that mean? You don't know the definitions of the words you're using.
Bro.
Word.
These are
And I
definitions
don't know
that
what
are
to say.
reinforce certain position. I'm talking about
Sweetie,
common
money
sense
can't
shit.
change
Did
the
he just
laws
say
of
sweetie?
physics.
Are
There's
you
not a
homo?
money that
Did
can
this-
change the
Yo,
laws.
did this nigga just say sweetie? Yo.
There's no conspiracy here. You can't
Trying to ridicule him because he's standing on valid ground.
change what
Listen,
gravity
listen.
is.
I'm talking about common sense. I'm not getting into all of this.
You're not talking
Do you
about
feel like you're
common
moving?
sense has nothing to do
Do
with
you
any of
feel
this
like you're
You
moving?
can't just
like, how do you have pressurized air in something that doesn't have a covering?
How do you have pressurized air?
And you
in something that
guys
doesn't
will
have covering?
say,
Let him answer.
hang on. Let me finish saying what I'm
You
saying.
said what you asked the question.
bro.
You asked the
Please,
question.
Dante,
Go ahead. Go
come
do
on,
what you're
man.
gonna do.
He's trying to be friends. But come on, man.
This is really adorable. You think that space is a vacuum because you don't know what a vacuum is? You don't know what vacuum means. What's a vacuum? What does vacuum mean?
Okay, hold up for 1 second. I did find the Bobby Shmurda video. He out here on the stage acting real testy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know this has nothing to do with the flat earth, but I got to show this to y'all right while it's in front of me. Oh boy, no way.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy,
Whose OG is
ain't no
this?
way,
Please
boy.
get it. Oh hell no, Bobby Shmurda. You know, every time I see this, man, I just don't know what to do, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, I used to love that song Hot Nigga. But now you think about it, Hot Nigga.
Boy, ain't
Only
no way, boy.
the name of the song was Hot Nigga.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I'm rethinking the whole thing. I'm talking about hip hop itself, you know. Yeah, it's Bobby Shmurda, y'all. Check it out. Boy, ain't no way. He's just arching way too good. Hold up a second. Let me let this load up for y'all. Look at this shit. This nigga is arching like a ballerina. Man, Bobby Shmurda arching better than a figure skater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Boy, ain't no
oh hell no.
way, boy. Boy, ain't no
No, come on, Bobby.
way, boy.
Yeah, but he got fucked. He definitely got fondled with.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Oh no, Bobby Shmurda. Now we gotta say no Bobby Shmurda, bro.
Nigga, you gay.
How he looking back at his booty? Ew. Ew. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights past 100 real quick, y'all. Bobby Shmurda. I told y'all it was crazy. It's the looking back at it part. That's the part that kills me. What else they got up in here? Oh no. Bobby Shmurda just loose. How you get so loose? That, you know, once he ain't been the same since he been in jail. I don't listen to this shit. Oh no. son.
Me a red. Every time we turn the parking lot, we turn heads.
Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Throw hip hop away, man. You know what I'm saying? And I also hit the like button. Let's get back to the racist shit. All right. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going on likes. Hit the screen until you see the big thumb pop up on your screen. All right.
Tick tock, tick
Want
tock,
me to-
tick
want me
tock.
to-
What's
It has no air. It's, you know.
It's an absence of matter. So why the
My boy went out bad right here. I ain't gonna lie.
would the vacuum of space pull air anywhere? Can you explain that?
A vacuum also pulls things, sir.
No, it doesn't.
Come on, y'all so obsessed with gay-ish. Yo, listen, but when you think about hot nigga, bro, I'm just entertaining the people, man. It's Sunday, but this ain't church, all right?
Vacuums don't suck. That's not a thing.
Bobby
So
ain't
the
been
Earth-
twerking, man. What the fuck is you talking about, Maurice? Bobby ain't been twerking like that. Bobby ain't never twerked like that. Fuck is y'all talking about? Bobby was voguing. He was voguing. You got that one, Maurice. But he wasn't twerking.
Spins once per day.
Bro.
That's what a day
real?
is. Did you?
Bobby's homies had his back and he had their front. I got your back, but you better watch your front. It's the niggas in front. They be on the,
Nigga, you gay.
be on the hunt.
You know that? Do you know what a day means?
Mm-hmm.
It's how long it takes the Earth to spin around one time.
The pressure around the vacuum pushes objects into the vacuum, because of the lack of pressure in the vacuum.
So all of this 1,000 miles an hour bullshit just makes you sound like an idiot because it spins once a day. It spins at half the rate of the hour hand on a clock. Not so fast, is it?
Wow.
Wow. My boy went out bad.
Half the rate of the hour hand on a clock. Not so fast, is it?
Wow.
Pretty funny shit, huh?
Yeah, really funny.
Yeah. Any response?
Yeah. You're full of shit.
Am I full of shit about what a day is? Is a day 24 hours? What's a day, dude? Tell me what a day is.
I got
First
a
of all,
question.
go ahead.
Yeah, when you say down, you mean towards the ground, right?
Yeah, that's the ground.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So wherever you're standing on this thing, wherever the you're standing, down is towards the ground.
But now look
It's
how
towards
the
center of the
look
earth.
how it
So
look how
nobody's
it
upside
turns.
down.
Look how it
Everybody
curves, mother. Look how the shit is on the side
and
of
if
the
you're
ball.
here, down is towards the center of the earth. And if
But
you're
you're
here,
standing
down is
on
towards
the.
center of
But
and
you
if you're
see how
here, down is towards the center
Trying to be racist goes wrong.
of the earth.
that
This is how dumb
that
you are.
doesn't make
This is
sense, asshole.
You
That's how
imagine
dumb
a
you
globe-
are. That shit don't make no fucking sense.
You think that there's
You're
a
Man, first thing that you learn in how to be a racist class is study a subject.
on the
magic
side,
down in
and
outer
it's supposed
space
to be
because
tilted.
you're imagining.
And not all people that's 5% is racist and think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Lord Jamar do a little bit too much to try to troll and be that to get views. Let's keep it real. Some of the shit he be saying be left field. It's crazy.
And it's supposed to
The earth is flat.
be on an axis.
And you're
This
imagining
shit is fucking ridiculous.
below
Please
the
get this
globe.
clown out of
That's
here,
why you
please.
think that there's a down
All
in
right.
space.
Get this
in
clown out of
reality,
here.
there's no fucking down.
He's trying to get famous.
Magically
Okay, you got famous off of
Down
me.
is towards
Get him
the
out of
center
here.
of the earth. Do you get it?
Watch
You
how
understand?
now watch how Lord Jamar flips this all on Godfrey and basically shits on Godfrey over this.
Out of here. Down.
Well, you're out of here. Where
down is towards you is what you do to your father. Get out of here.
Oh, now we got the gay jokes coming. He's getting a little mad. Okay, kiddo, listen, can you admit that you only think that this is down?
Low hanging fruit, man. You should apologize and move on.
Because you're standing on...
And be glad that this dude was a nice one. Be glad that he didn't have something against you. Because you just basically, the only job you have is to embarrass yourself.
All right. Ground. And so you're reinforcing what I is the actual
this would
truth.
be,
I told you.
A nice discussion. I guess we got.
And look at Godfrey caught in the middle of this shit. And I understand how it goes because I run a couple channels. And what happens is, you know, I get guests on my show sometimes, and then they start fighting and bickering with each other. And sometimes I have to figure out, do I get in the middle of this shit or do I let it go and smile? Sometimes I let it go and smile, and that's what Godfrey did, and this is why he gets attacked.
Got a little bit aggressive.
Yo, bro.
Everything is fake because I don't like it. And it hurts my feelings.
Who's the guest that you want? Because
now here we go pulling the you know, now we pulling the celebrity card. Who's the guest that you want? Are y'all here for me or him? I'm losing. Get this guy out of here. That's some sucker shit. He showed just how much of a pussy he is in this video right here. Salute to you, Lord Jamal. I used to love y'all music, but I do agree. You was the wackest rapper, member of the group.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all can stay.
You the only one out here doing the shit that you do, being messy. You know what I'm saying? With the fucking, you know, this podcast and all that.
Go on with him.
I mean,
if you want
guys,
to, it's up to you.
I don't study this stuff like you guys. I just
y'all want to stay. Earthers are unhinged. They just be going through some.
On with him.
I just like if you don't want to subscribe to my narrative, automatically I'm gonna disrespect you. It's like a lot of liberals, a lot of Democrats are just like that. You know, if you don't subscribe to what they say and how they view the world, then it's fuck you, fuck your family, and fuck everything else.
No,
he's stay on with him.
No, I invited you here. So
what then?
You paid a couple tolls.
All right, so then
that's expensive.
I'm done with him.
All right.
Okay, y'all saw the bullshit.
Now this is how we move the goalposts. This is how we move the goalposts.
That happened on Godfrey's show with, you know, the fake professor. And I'm going to tell you, I can't get too much into detail about this right now because I think there's some things going on. But all I can say is
there is some things going on. He's trying to say, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? I'm gonna give y'all a spoiler because he's not gonna actually say it, but it's gonna be addressed. He basically accused them of putting something in his weed.
I apologize for the poor showing. To all my flat earth people out there, this changes nothing. Although I know I made myself look bad from being out of sorts.
Flat earth community punching at the air. They would put their money on this dude.
For many different reasons that I can't necessarily get into at this moment. But I definitely was not myself that night. And I thought certain people were my friend.
Word. Dodging accountability. Don P.
5 minutes.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. Okay. Will Trump plan work? That's the name. That's the question in the poll. Let's go.
You know, and you don't want to believe that your friends would do certain things, but
here we go. Accusing Godfrey of lacing his fucking weed. You cocksucker.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But yeah, I was just not in my right state of mind.
I don't see no signs of a man.
I apologize for allowing y'all to see me lose my cool.
My aunt died. My dog, you know what I'm saying, stepped on the fucking nail. Dodging accountability.
Yeah, that's what happened. I lost my cool. I let this sucker.
Salute Luke Skywalker. Say he acting like a female. Not the females I know. They got more balls than this nigga.
Bitch, you know, lost my cool.
I let this sucker bitch, pull me into some shit.
Here's a nigga that's not used to fighting people, right? Because you think that these words hurt, man.
There's a guy on the show that used to be an ex-pimp, and, since he couldn't best me the last time, he did what a pimp does, and he got a bitch to do his dirty work. And
my boy, yeah, he going bad.
That's what happened. Justin said it wasn't Godfrey who set you up, it was Dante. I think Dante was the
somebody got to set you up. The words came out of your mouth. They derived from your brain.
Source of it, but
plot thick,
angry AG.
Godfrey was complicit. He was complicit in the whole thing. He was the lynch.
He wasn't.
Pin, because I wouldn't have done it for anybody else but Godfrey.
And I'm like, so my podcast don't mean shit to you, because I did his podcast. I've never disrespected his podcast. I always was respectful to his podcast. And, and then when they were going back and forth, Dave didn't stand down. He was like, no, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I was like, okay, this is going to be good. Yeah. And it got a little viral. It got a little viral and shit. And then he was like, yo, take this dude off. It was like, yo, yeah, man, don't show that shit. Don't show the episode. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because that's with my shit.
Yeah.
That's my money up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't show it, because we cut it off right away too. Like I say, oh, this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
It happens. And I said, I won't show it.
Yeah.
As a friend, I won't do it. I did not show it.
Yeah.
Still to this day, they go, why'd you let this punk you into not? I said, it wasn't about that. It was about being a friend. That's what I wanted to do, because I'm that kind of guy.
You understand so far? Come on.
I'm not a boy. I'm not. No one can say that about me. Nobody. You can not like me because whatever. That's fine. But as far as backstabbing people I know, as far as being like a gossip, I'm not that. I don't do that type of shit. I think your boy drugged me. I go, what? First of all, I'm not a weed smoker, so I'm like, what? I don't get it. He goes, I was out of sorts on that episode. So I go, but you smoke all day, every day. He's always rolling joints on there.
He rolled 3 blunts.
The whole place was smoked up. And he goes, your boy tried to pour out, I don't know, he put something in the thing. I go, why would he do that? Like, he did it because he's like, yo, that's my man. I'm going to get him some weed, blah, 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 blah. And he threw that in. I go, Dante wouldn't do no shit like that. Why would he do that? Why the fuck would he spike himself and give you the same shit? Like,
That's don't do crazy ass accusations, man. I lost all respect for Lord Jamar, man.
Do shit like that. Yeah, it was your behavior, man. You did that. I didn't make you call this dude an F word. I didn't make you say Dave. I didn't make any. I just said you showing up, cool. I even gave you money for the toll. Congestion.
All that ignorant shit don't work when your subject is studied
in tax data. I said I didn't. This is your behavior, and now you blaming me for that shit. That's bullshit. Yeah, man. And he said, I'm going to take some legal action,
There we go. He Draking. Sounds just like fucking Drake. I'm disappointed in him too, Zadie. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please. Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots.
And then he goes, I didn't sign anything to show my... It's like, that you can't... You've been on my podcast before. Now you're doing this legal shit. Whatever, it's clever. You can't do that. Like, now you're going to do a lawsuit on me? Like, what? Yeah. You called him F words and all kind of other shit, So, and it's almost like you're trying to make up a beef, I guess. Maybe that's a rap thing.
He tried to Drake you.
Yeah, he's trying to Drake me. Like, I'm like, huh? It's like, you're bad. Your enemy is the guy Dave, not me. And then you're calling a sucker bitch and all this other shit. I'm like, maybe you're that kind of guy. Maybe you're that kind of whack ass dude. Maybe that's what you are. Because I didn't call you any names. I said, let me just cut my money up.
Yeah.
And then you're saying, oh, they're just doing this for views. What individual on social media is not doing shit for views? What mother? If you ain't doing shit for views, you should not be on social media. Everybody wants views. That's why everybody and their mama is twerking on whatever. They're doing sketches with their kids so they can be fucking influencers. You have to have views. That is how these things work. Views work. That's how you get money. Okay? That's how everybody's doing this shit for views. And you fucking right, I'm doing this for views.
But he's implying you sold him out for views.
I sold him out for views. That's what I did.
You got literally.
I sold him out.
It's like somebody getting mad at you for going, like after you at the casino, right? That you win and you go cash out your money. Why the fuck did I pay you to get to this interview if I didn't want views?
My views came because he's been on my show. Stop.
It looks
I've earned my shit on my own.
He's creating this beef to get the views.
Probably, yeah, that helps him get views.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't, he'd be like, oh, let me not say
Maybe just
anything.
another guest.
Because controversy brings people to watch. You know, so I'm like, to get views, yeah. What else would I do this for? I'm doing this for views. You're right. Views are currency.
Yeah.
Views are currency. That's important to have views.
Like, what you doing cashing out? What the fuck you mean? Why you not cashing out? I lost. Okay, well, oh well.
Oh man. And this is not some beef I'm having with him. I just think you calling us names and calling me out. I'm like, I did you a favor. I tried. Yeah. And then you doing that. And so you backstabbing me? What kind of friend is that?
Trying to catch your breath because I see you hopping between softwares all day.
Well, friend is that. Now, listen, I want to remind y'all, right, that it's not only migrants fucking shit up, right? Now, remember I was telling y'all earlier, right? This old bastard killed somebody and allegedly he forgot. He goes to parole and he just tells them, man, I don't even remember which other. Parole officer says, well, we found a bitch with a knife in her chest in its tub. You don't remember that? Check it out. It's parole hearings from I think this is Detroit. Y'all gonna enjoy this shit. It's Sunday.
All right, we'll get started again today on the next hearing. We're at David Way, or we're at headquarters in Baton Rouge. Y'all are at David Way, and so let's see, John Hall.
Exactly, Paulie. Not street smart or book smart. A real goofy.
Are you Mr. Hall?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, good to see you today, Mr. Hall. So what we're going to do, Mr. Hall, so that you'll know, is we're going to have you tell us why you think you're deserving of a parole. All right, and then after you do that, we're going to get the warden to introduce her staff and to tell.
And that's the warden to the left of him, right? Mind you, this ain't the first time he killed nobody.
Tell us what she. Well, you can go ahead and introduce your staff now, warden, because I'll forget to ask. Who's there?
Michelle Dozot, warden. Brenda Ackland, deputy.
They only let one person go today. They got 10 hearings on
Warden.
At least 10 that I seen.
Lieutenant Colonel Elizabeth Savage. Kristen Harper, classification.
Danny Henshaw, classification. Okay, thank y'all for being there. Then we'll have, like I say, Mr. Hall, we'll have you talk first, and we'll have the warden tell us what kind of a inmate that you've been, and then we will move into. It doesn't look like anybody's going to be speaking in your favor. We'll move into opposition, and we have two people here at headquarters that are going to be speaking in opposition of you getting out. One of them is Marion Lewis. The other is Darren McGee. Then we will go to the board, and I will begin the question, and then we'll have other questions, then we'll vote. So it'll be a pretty.
When you hear this old man talk.
All right, Mr. Hall, tell us why should we think about letting you out today, of paroling you?
Well, sir, I think I done learned a lesson since I've been in here, and I found God in my heart too, to respect other people. As
I don't trust them even more once they talk that God shit to me.
You want them to respect you. But I learned how to cope with undesirable things that come my way. I could just walk away from them, and I could never look back at them.
Okay.
He killed the chick, stabbed her in her chest, and left her in a fucking tub.
All right. That's your statement then?
Well,
okay.
I just don't want y'all to get. I don't want y'all to get confused by a soft-spoken nature.
That's all you got to say.
I feel like that by getting out, I can do something useful, helping the neighborhood.
I particularly don't like dudes like that stalk down women and kill women. You know what I'm saying? And this is a specialty, my man right here.
With children program or things like that, and you know, just try to turn them in the right direction.
Okay. Warden, tell us what kind of an inmate Mr. Hall been.
Yes, sir. Mr. Hall came here in about 2015, and he's only had one rule infraction, and that was in 2011. He does have some medical issues. He's currently being followed by oncology and
This nigga Stupra,
urology,
they about to smack this nigga with 5 years.
but has refused any treatment, I think, since June. He hasn't had any treatment. He's been in medium custody the whole time. He works on our limited duty status crew due to his medical issues, but he has completed several courses: anger management, substance abuse, victim awareness, and he's involved in the AANA program. John's doing
That parole board don't want to hear none of this shit she talking about.
well here. He doesn't give us any problems.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay, well, we'll move on to hear from Marion Lewis. Would you talk to us, Marion?
Yes, sir.
And you can, if you'd like to, would you go to the podium, please, and just speak from your heart and speak, you know, fairly loud so that
My bad.
everyone can hear you.
Now this is the victim's daughter, I think.
Okay.
My mother is with me. She's no longer with us because of John Paul. We took her life. I miss her dearly. I don't think he should be out. He haven't heard anything, I don't think. My mom missed out on so much. Her grandkids being born, achievements that we don't make in our lives.
Hey yo, Aki, they've been calling me a tether. I don't know why. They have been though. I'm not gonna lie. Probably because I troll too much, but it is what it is.
I can't pick up the phone and call her. I can't hug her. They see I have to look at pictures. I have to tell my grandkids and show them pictures. She was a sweet lady. She was God.
This old man gonna go bad. Watch.
She was an usher in the church. She was a seamstress. I miss her so much. There's nothing that he can say or do to bring her back. He never once apologized for what he done. He copped out to a lesser charge. It's hard without you growing up without you. It's hard. It's hard. People don't understand. But no, I don't think he should be out.
Okay.
Thank you all for hearing me.
Thank you for coming to the trouble of being here. All right, now we'll hear from Darren McGee.
Thank you for hearing from the today.
Yes.
My sister's like 6'3" and hard. So much I won't say. So much my mom missed out on. So I'll go through some of the things that she just missed out. Kids graduated college. I have 3 that graduated college. My youngest just graduated LSU this year. I don't get to see my mom in those pictures. I don't get to see my mom say, yes, you know, y'all made it. We don't get to see nothing. Me being a truck driver, it's much. I run a load from Monticello, Mississippi to West Monroe, Louisiana. The only way I can get that load to where it needs to be in West Monroe, Louisiana, I have to pass by the road with my mom's. There is no way. It's a concrete slab and the house is broken. So when I pass by, I tell myself regularly, don't look over, don't look over. I constantly look. I don't see my mom smoking in the door when I bring myself and the family. I see me cleaning up the blood off the floor because we cleaned up the house to the T for whoever was gonna get an X or whatever it is. So we lost a lot. My mom was the glue to our family. Me and my sister are close. We're not nearly as close as we should be, but my mom was there. And so much that he has just taken it. We don't fear. We can't talk to him. We can't hug. We can't do nothing. That's my son.
Thank you for taking the time to come down here, and I'm sorry for y'all's
His ass is fried.
loss. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, it's our turn now. It's our turn now to question. In this particular case, Mr. Hall, this particular case is my case. And I'm sorry about all the health problems that you've got, and you know, that's usually cause for us to really consider the parole. So I need to get a few things straight. To be honest with you, this is one of the most bizarre cases I've heard of. Were y'all? Let me try to get this out. When you first reported this, you reported that she was practicing sneak attacks on you. Is that correct?
Well, sir, that's been a long time. I just can't remember things.
A lot of these people, that's like this, that like the victimized women, in particular, always blame the woman for their actions. They always say that there was something that she did to make me do this, or you know.
Back there. It's been a pretty good while, sir. It's been a pretty good while. Been a long time. Been over 20-something years. And I just hardly remember anything back there. I don't even remember a telephone number back there, person name.
What about life?
I don't even remember my children's birthday.
Do you remember killing this woman?
Oh, this motherfucker. This is the type of parole officer, parole board you don't want to be up against. You know.
I don't have no recall for that, sir.
Okay.
You don't even want to talk about it. It looked like they was about to let him go based off his health problems. So he said, talk to us.
All right. That's all the questions I got.
Okay, do you remember previously there being?
And she's giving him a chance, like talk.
A murder that you were accused of, a manslaughter. So this would be your second one. Mm-hmm. Do you have any memory of that?
Yeah, they're so naive thinking all illegals are Mexicans, but I like it. Yeah, that is crazy though, because people be having like disrespecting Mexicans a lot. Like, oh, who's gonna pick? Man, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like Mexicans know this shit ain't got nothing to do with no fucking Mexicans. All right, they using the Mexican border, but they ain't got nothing to do with Mexicans is chilling. They been knew how to get in and out of the country. They'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans ain't the ones that's really scared.
Think back.
Now, I understand that question now.
Do you remember, like, this lady was murdered? Okay, she was in the bathtub with a knife in her chest. So there you go. And then, though, previously to that, you had a manslaughter charge against you. So this wasn't the first time. This was the second time. Do you remember the first time? Who that person was or anything?
Now,
no,
I don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. Listen, that's okay. I'm finished.
That's it.
Mr. Freeman,
He's about to let his ass go. because of his health, and he just talked himself into a hit.
Do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
I'm prepared to vote. Are y'all prepared to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My vote is to deny. I don't see how possibly we can allow you to get out into society. I'm sorry about your medical condition, sorry about your age, and Warden, sorry you got to keep dealing with it, but that's just the way it is. He's Mr. Hall, you okay? Deny. The same.
Staple County. Now I'm going to teach you
Sorry.
about that.
They laughing at him. Oh man.
Okay, so yes, I agree.
Betty gonna remember that laugh.
You should be denied. You are continuing public service safety issues, and you do have a violent criminal past, whether or not you remember it. So basically,
Yeah, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you one worse than him, and he's a younger cat. Now this cat right here is up for early parole. You know what I'm saying? The victims come and he just starts out.
Like to have a
Okay. He reads his statement off of a paper. You know what I'm saying? He opens up with a statement on how sorry he is. You know what I'm saying? Now some of these people I like showing them because it just shows like when I went to parole board for my bid, I went to something called pre-release. They kind of like allowed me to get a glimpse into the paroles world and what the fuck they're gonna be looking for. And everything that he did is things that they told me not to do. This is how I came home and how this nigga stuck in jail. Check it.
community college, Manchester Community College, Gateway.
Just to remind you, he's listing all of his accomplishments while he's in jail. Now, he's in there for murder.
And Lord Chamberlain's Nursing and Rehabilitation Center on 9/26/2020, on 9/26.
My bad. Another commercial. Double tap the screen. Misunderstood in the building. Salute, Queen. How you feeling? We was talking about you yesterday with Mr. Lansky. They asked me who's my manager. They said I got a manager, and I told them that it was you. I said Misunderstood is my manager. So salute to Misunderstood, y'all.
24.
I heard one of y'all that Misunderstood. All right, don't play. St. Church. Trying to give me a beard so I could look more like a grown man. You know what I'm talking about? They said I look like Harry Pothead. I don't like that.
On the waiting list for Vocational Village, I believe in obtaining any and all skills that will lead to success. I am passionate about the medical field and substance abuse recovery.
Well,
I would like to apologize again for the harm I have caused, what I have done.
Reports to evaluations from programming and such, with the decision information summary from the parole officer. We're very well versed in your case. We do have some additional questions for you.
Yes,
when we're
ma'am.
done with our questions, we'll turn the hearing over to the Office of Victim Services for input from the victim's family. Then the state's attorney will have
This is where it goes bad.
the opportunity to speak as well as your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll begin with my colleague, Ms. Berry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, Mr. Sullivan, I appreciate that opening statement
And then you can tell this is a black woman. It's about to get nasty.
and the time that you took to prepare that. You did a great job delivering it, and I'm glad that you have taken this period of incarceration to work on yourself and try to gain a better understanding of your behaviors and why you behaved in such a manner. This case is very, very serious in that a person died. I heard you express remorse for that decision and for your actions. Let's talk a little bit about the offense. Our records indicate that you had an argument with this victim. at some point?
I had this argument with him prior to the event that took place.
Okay. And so the argument was about money?
Yes, ma'am.
And supposedly you stole money from someone, or there was money missing, or?
No, I was in Hartford, Connecticut, and I ended up going to Bridgeport, Connecticut for the summer. Yeah. And when I went there, I was approached by one of my cousins, and my cousin brought me to Mr. Benton's sister house, Monique Benton. And I was in the living room and she was upstairs with my cousin. I was in a house for like 20 minutes. I got tired of waiting for my cousin to come downstairs and I left out the house. When I left out the house, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, my other cousin came and got me and told me that a guy wanted to speak to me in building 12. So I went to building 12 and Mr. Bennett, he asked me, he said, "You was in my sister's house?" I said, "Yes." He was like, "I'm missing money out of my pants. Did you take it?" I told Mr. Bennett, I said, "I didn't take your money out your pants." And he was like, "You sure you didn't take my money out my pants?" I said, "I'm positive I didn't take your money out your pants." And he was like, "All right." Like, and that was the gist of that conversation with him.
But this happened on another day.
Yes, this happened. I was only in Bridgeport for a month. So this happened.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So now you're back in Bridgeport.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
It's the day that this offense occurred.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you wind up coming in contact with this victim?
I went to PT Barnum. I was in my cousin's house. Yeah. Me and my older cousin, we got into an argument.
You and your older cousin. Who's that?
Yes, yeah. He's deceased now, Robert Dobson.
Okay. So you got into an argument with Robert.
Yes,
and what
ma'am.
happened?
And I went around the corner and I was walking up the drive, which they call it in PT.
Yeah.
And on the corner, it was Mr. Benton.
Let's just put it out there, right? He was not prepared to face these people.
And Tiffany Brown. Mm-hmm. And when I got up to Mr. Benton, like before I got to him, I pulled the gun out from around the corner. I was arguing with my cousin, and I had.
You were going to shoot your cousin?
No, I wasn't going to shoot him. I pulled the gun out because I was scared of them. So I pulled the gun out. And I went around the corner, I put the gun in my pocket, I walked up the street. When he seen me with the gun already, he was already scared. So I bumped into him, we started tussling.
Why would he let you get that close to him if you had a gun and he saw it?
He was just standing there at the corner. He never left the corner, man.
But how did you bump into him there?
Because he's standing on the corner and I walked right into Mr. Benton, right there. And me and him started tussling. And
why? Why would you tussle? If you guys had already squashed your beef, I'm not understanding. Why would he he saw the gun, so that means the gun was out.
I just have a side question. Am I the only one that fucks with Jody High Roller, aka Riff Raff? I don't know. Y'all on that Trump train, type ones in the chat, man. This dude was not prepared.
Right?
Yes, ma'am. The gun was out. And when I got up to him, when I got to Mr. Benton, the gun was in my waistband. We started wrestling.
So wait, so when you saw Mr. Benton, he was on the corner and you were a distance away. You had the gun out, and then you put the gun back in your waist and you walked towards the victim?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
When I walked up to Mr. Benton, we got into an argument again, and we started like tussling on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And we both fell to the ground. The gun came out of my waistband, and it went off. And that's when I realized he was shot. I got up.
So I'm just curious to know, first of all, it's a very far that story. And what's confusing to me about your description of what transpired is this all happened at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
You were already arguing with two different people at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, I was.
I'm not, and so what was the purpose of your having the gun on you after the discussion with your cousin?
Well, I had discussion with
motherfucker was a menace. That's all.
my cousin because I took some marijuana.
Riff Raff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all fuck with that nigga Riff Raff, Jody High Roller? You know what I'm saying? That nigga is the man.
That I wasn't supposed to take from him. And when I came back
to way too much. Yup, you're right.
Neighborhood, they were mad that I took the marijuana.
Why were you taking stuff from people that, like, were you just being a menace? That's a long story short?
Man, when I was younger, I was a terrible kid.
Okay.
Like I didn't have no direction. I was didn't have nowhere to live. I was going from house to house. Yeah. I just was partaking in a lot of negative things that I shouldn't have been taking.
Robbed and killed a nigga that right in your hood that you knew.
Participation in.
We call that. I mean, the professional word for that is crash out. But like,
were you selling drugs in the community?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, did you save that money and bought a gun?
I ended up just getting the gun from one of my friends.
Okay. Have you ever used that gun or showed it to anybody else?
I had a gun and people knew I had a gun, but yeah, people knew I had a firearm. Yeah.
Okay. So that means, were you telling them or were you showing them?
Basically, she trying to put it out there to show that you was like Timothy Sam in your hood.
You had the firearm.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was telling people I had a firearm and showing them.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, we thought that was cool, like to have a gun.
Please don't snitch on nobody. Word. Super.
And just ignorance.
Okay. So now let's go back. So you were tussling with him, the gun was in your waist, it fell out of your waist, and it shot this victim in the chest, right?
Yes.
Why then was the victim holding on to your leg and yelling that you shot him? Why, if it was an accident, why would he be yelling? And
if it was an accident, you will automatically just help the nigga from dying. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. If you're here from the vertical feed or the short feed, my name Mac Mean. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button up there. Double tap the screen to get the likes up. All right, we had 115 likes.
And why didn't you stop to render aid?
I did stop to render aid. I was scared. I was trying to get out of there.
All right. And so, but I mean, you were caught almost immediately. I just can't believe it.
Why you didn't stop to render aid means the same thing that I just said. Nigga, why did you leave?
It all happened you were up and at him at 9 o'clock. Not going to school, not working, just being a menace in the community. So now let's fast forward. You accept responsibility for your actions. You say, I committed this offense. You're sentenced and all this stuff. Now you're in prison. How would you say that your behavior has been since you've been in that facility?
Oh my God, like my prison, it's been hard. It hasn't been easy for me being in prison. It's been a rough experience.
Victim mentality.
And the reason why I'm asking is because I know I heard you talk about the 16 disciplinary infractions in your opening statement, and you even said
16 infractions.
That I'm not going to ask you all to ignore the fact that I received 16 disciplinary infractions for being non-compliant.
Yes, ma'am.
What's concerning about your 16 disciplinary infractions, Mr. Sullivan, is that of those 16, you have 7 that display violence, 2 of which were for assaults, 1 of them resulting in an outside charge, and then you had 5 tickets for fighting.
Yes, ma'am.
And so
He bucking shit down while he in jail. Oh, he putting it in. Oh, he knew he wasn't going home.
It shows a continuation of the behavior, even up
Patriots Lab, uncensored in the building. That's my brother. Hey, salute to everybody that's here today, man. Good morning.
until 2022, you were threatening people. Can you explain? And I read your attorney submitted a tremendous amount of information, and I really do appreciate all her efforts. However, you in the explanation, it says you told this officer, "You don't know me, get away from me before something happens to you." You say you were overwhelmed and you were emotional, but it also says that people had to hold you back from actually trying to get at this officer. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. When I was I got into a whole argument with this officer on August 26, 2022. I was in the day room. He came in there. It was guys gambling loud. He asked everybody to leave. I was leaving the day room. He stopped me. Me and him had words, and I went about it totally wrong.
Okay. I would agree that you went about it totally wrong, but the explanation again was you were waiting. It was on.
His attorney had a work cut out for think he's just dumb. I agree. Stupid fucking dude, man. He just wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? A lot of these so-called gangsters ain't. You see, he wrote all of this. He wrote 10 pages worth of fucking I'm sorry.
The anniversary of your incident, and that you were waiting to hear from the sentence about your sentence modification and also your commutation. And so you were on edge. Is that right?
Yeah.
So do you understand, Mr. Sullivan, that in life out here and anywhere, honestly, things can be very challenging. Life doesn't go the way that we plan. We celebrate anniversaries that we really don't want to. Some of them are good anniversaries, some of them are negative, but threatening other people and charging, what would have happened if those people weren't there to hold you back to that officer? Do you realize that you would have accumulated yet another disciplinary infraction for assault, and then you would have also received probably outside charges, just as you did with one of your assault tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me how.
Black woman, parole officer, oh baby. It could go good for you or bad. I had a black parole officer and it went good because she wanted to suck me off. You know what I'm saying? Like a lollipop. You feel me? It is, I'm special. Most of you motherfuckers ain't special. Black women, parole officer is not playing games. If you said you stop smoking weed, stop smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? If you are smoking weed, don't go in there and lie to her and say you didn't smoke because knowing she gonna piss you. Just tell the truth. With weed. Trust me. You won't get violated if you tell the truth. But if you lie, they know how to sniff a liar out. I'm telling you, man, black women are amazing at sniffing niggas out.
In that, from the time that you went into the prison, let's say 19 years, you had already served.
The attorney is saying that I would have asked him the same shit if I was in your seat.
In 19 years, you say, I did all this change work, but then in 2022, you resort back to.
Do I want to see him in jail? No. But they just make it hard for you to rally for somebody that you can tell, yeah, bro, this nigga's gonna be, bro, he's gonna go try to write a rap song and he's gonna try to glorify his time in it, knowing he was begging to get out.
To that same behavior. Explain to us how things could have been different. I'll say that.
Saying while you in there, you should be fucking. It just shows you, bro. I mean, come on, man. I did a lot of time in the joint. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of dudes that just sitting around letting time do them. For real. Just waiting to go to parole. Don't do nothing. Like I remember I used to be going to pre-release class, and I knew mad dudes that was going to parole the same time as me, And I used to wonder why they not in these pre-release classes. I'm thinking maybe because, you know, they only did 2 years or whatever. They think they automatically coming home. Parole board that year hit 98% of the people that went to parole. I was one of the niggas that came home because I knew what they was looking for and I knew what to say and what not to say.
Things could have been different if I continued to work on myself. Like from 2020 to 2000.
Man, we used to be betting on who was going to get hit. Oh, he's definitely getting 2 years. He's definitely getting 2 years. How do you know? Because he can't even articulate himself. He can't even tell them, you know, like what, you know, I'm asking you a simple question. The fuck is going on? You already got convicted for the crime. Now, your only duty right now is to act like you sorry about the shit. That's it. For real, for real. Let's keep it real, because who's to judge you but God? But if you want to get out of jail, if you want to get out of there, you heard, you better know what the fuck to say. If you already got convicted for it, yeah, they want you to talk about it. That's why the other old bastard ended up getting smacked, because he didn't want to talk about it. Oh, I forgot about it. I don't know. Well, does a knife in a woman's fucking chest in a bathtub ring any bells to you?
In 22, I stopped working on.
Nah, super. I went to parole and finessed the fuck out of them. I came up out of that bitch like, woo! I ain't gonna lie, I fed him a script. First thing they tell you is to let the parole board know that you're nervous. I said, I'm nervous. I didn't write no scripts. I didn't write anything. They asked me the questions and I told it to them raw. That's what pre-release told me. Tell them, be graphic. They love that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you robbed them people? I was like, yeah. Said, why? Said, because it looked like they had some expensive shit. It looked like if I robbed them, it would have been better to rob them than to rob some other poor son of a bitch. They just stuck out more. You know what I'm saying? They let me go.
On myself. I wasn't really doing too many programs anymore. You know, I wasn't really in communication with my family. I just was in jail, feeling like a loser. Friends, family, people getting married, going on about their lives, and I'm in prison.
What you said that in your opening statement too. That's the same. You hated yourself.
Yeah,
it's the same behavior though. It doesn't show very much change. Like aside from maturation, you're going down the same path. You're making those same poor decisions.
Yeah, my black parole officer was the same way, Mr. Sammy, right? She was on my hiney at first, but then she ended up being the best parole officer I had. She was sweet. And I had a Spanish lady named Miss Vega. She was sweet too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in domestic violence, you know, except if you work all day. You come home, you want something hot to eat, food's kind of cold. But yeah, Miss Vega, she allowed that. She believed in the. Let me not snitch on her. I'm kind of snitching right now.
And that is problematic for us.
Needless to say, they are good parole officers and probation officers.
I'm here to help. Nothing more. Nothing.
Black women won. Oh boy, they be on your movie. Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you haven't had any disciplinary infractions in the past in almost 2 years now. The fact remains that the violence continued even up to 21. You fought someone. It says you fought somebody over a seat. What happened? What happened with this outside charge where you beat up this other inmate?
At that time, I was in Corrigan Correctional Institution. I was in Corrigan Correctional Institution for 5 years. I was in that prison for 5 years. I had no disciplinary infractions at all.
Oh, shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to stay up in there for a little while, bro. And, you know, not that I don't want to say, I want to see you come home, homie. I want to see you come home. But you ain't doing the right things in there to know what to say to these people. Now, look at academics. They said academics was out here grooming a 15-year-old. Let's see where this goes.
And baby, they not talking about the girl that y'all, they said the police are looking for Fluffy Demics. And baby, they not talking about the girl that let his friends do the unthinkable on in a lawsuit, y'all. And what has been the most
Academics is the nasty son of a bitch.
disgusting turn of events? Academics was caught on camera in 4K with his weirdo friends, actually doing something.
Yo, I know if if y'all heard how he was talking to that little kid.
To a 14-year-old streamer. They were having a conversation that was grossly inappropriate.
They do like to abuse their power sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You used to have this CO named Miss Taylor, man. We was young. Let me tell you about it. Give me 1 second. I guess she caught me whacking off one day. Abuse of power. I'm loading up. I'm loading up this clip real quick. You're gonna accuse me of doing that. No, and I stopped doing that shit years before that. Rikers Island, you know what I'm talking about? Go look at some of my Rikers Island stories, y'all. Or go look at me. I don't know if you ever heard 23 and 1. I got a story on there. It's called Booth and Razors. Type Mac Mean, Booth and Razors. It's crazy, man.
Dragging back up and down. Literally said that he did it.
I've never done. You know what I'm saying? I did, but go look at that. I described Rikers Island.
An hour interview, but then he decided he got to get the boys' parents and the authorities involved. Listen, Act came on the internet. We're going to read you all the tweets. Act came on the internet talking big and bad. He literally tried to threaten a whole industry. He tried to threaten every single blogger. Aiden Ross, Kai Sinat. What Kai got to do with this? All these people threatening him that he was going to charge them for feature.
Drake. Some real light skin shit they on right now. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Let me fix this up for you. Okay, I got it. Show you how to play them hoes. Salute to everybody that's here today, man. I get in there early. I'm gonna be on Mac Mean TSTV tonight. We going down the rabbit.
They're their sons. He did what he always says. Every time, in my opinion, Act is caught doing something crazy, creepy, gross, he starts with his bully mess.
I love Drake. I ain't gonna lie, man. Drake got the best music. Drake is better than Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask me, the Puerto Ricans started hip hop. But that's just my opinion. Double tap the screen and you all right. It is nighttime. Nighttime. It's always nighttime over here.
He threatens to sue people. He tell lies saying that he was going to sue. I remember when I read his court papers, because you know he's being sued for raping his ex-girlfriend. The little boy actually posted about that, right? We'll get into those tweets. Academics, instead of doing it, he did what he did. He bullied, he lied, in my opinion, and he misled. He had his dumb ass followers talking about, I hope Act sue you. In what country do you sue someone for reading court documents? Don't get mad. You can go to the county courthouse. They are right there.
Word.
Right? So Act, who I believe still has that case open, if I'm...
Yeah, he got mad at me too for doing that, because they sent me a fucking letter too. Remember when I was talking about that? That's why I stopped playing academic shit. First they hit my channel, you know what I mean? And then I try to, so I just stopped playing content from over there. They don't like that. They move the goalposts when the news is against them.
Not mistaken.
I thought all news was good news.
What did he do? He decided to turn the creepometer up.
StreamYard.
And it was really, really bad. But also, we got to protect our daughters, but we also got to protect our sons. Because the fact that he did that weirdo stuff that was grossly inappropriate and then came online and threatened grown-ass men that he basically was going to cut them off and they weren't going to have favors and all this other stuff in order for everybody to be silent. And when I saw that, I said, this is how ditties are made. This is how stuff like this happens. Now, we'll get into that, but can we just talk about this for a second? Academics, who is nothing but a streamer, and yeah, I'm not in the streaming world. Yes, he got a lot of viewers. Yes, he's powerful. Yes, he never met a Mike's Subs or a Jim Steaks that he turned down, right? And yes, Deliveroo, know the door code so they can deliver his food extra expeditiously.
Warning, don't believe the AI trading hype until you watch this entire video. Hi, I'm Lane.
You are a lame man.
You literally got caught doing something that in most states, if what you did actually, what it looked like actually is what it was, that's illegal. You will be arrested. It is rooming, right? I'm speaking in code. And you came out blustering and blobbering, literally like an angry Jabba the Hutt, threatening everybody in the streaming community to keep their mouths shut, or they were going to be cut off. Y'all saw. Let's get into this because I can't deal with this. All right. They said that, well, it's not even that, right? At came out. He's being called out for being super weird and super gross with a 14-year-old. Even other streamers called him out. Kalani on Twitter actually had a good point.
Aiden Ross just stepped in. I'm not gonna play it, but he just said something to him.
She said, I could bear, and I'm not gonna play it because
you know what? I'm just so impressed by this wall though, man. I don't know if it's me, but something about this wall, man. I don't know, man. It says strength. I don't know. Something about this wall. I want one of these walls too outside my door because they be stealing a lot. Somebody stole somebody's boots the other day. Look at that symmetry. Motherfuckers gonna see that wall and turn around. Oh man. Look at that shit. The Chinese, the American wall of the Great Wall of America. This shit. Said they're electrifying. Now, the people that like climbing over them shits is gonna burn them now. I heard the on and off switches in the White House. They're not fucking around. They employing people too, man. They must got a big ass bag somewhere, man. I don't know. They're not playing. They import motherfuckers from all over the country to go down there and play with that wall. Contract's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Now, what would this show be without a good police chase? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some shit that end with somebody dying. You know, I ain't supposed to say those words on YouTube. All right, let's go. Sunday morning. All right, hallelujah.
News. Let's go right up to Mike Lorber in Sky 5 over this high-speed chase. Mike? This has been going on for about 20 minutes. We've been listening
And this is Chicago. They're chasing down some illegal migrants.
to the dispatch on Osborne.
I heard these niggas is throwing the coke out the window, the tools, the fucking everything. You know what I'm saying?
This is a Hyundai
Everything except for the kitchen sink.
SUV that, according to the Illinois State Police dispatch, is wanted
They got a tank full. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple of joints rolled up. It's on.
for armed robbery earlier this day. This pursuit.
And they robbed the bank. Now, listen what I'm trying to tell you, right? Let me just show y'all YouTube 101. The shit I just said out my mouth does not have to be true, all right? But it's exciting. So double tap the screen and get the likes up. Yeah, these two illegal migrants are being chased by the police on the highway in Chicago. They robbed the bank, killed the woman, and R-worded, you know what I'm saying, a model. You know what I mean? And now they're being chased.
A collision about
They're heading to the border.
where this vehicle, as you can see, an extremely high rate of speed,
A very far way, long way. Right.
turned around in Glenwood Dyer Road. Currently, this is northbound 394, and we are about a mile.
And they're going the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this works out.
Vehicle, I would say at this point, is exceeding about 100 miles an hour. There's one, Max is going to stay with the vehicle here, so what you cannot see is behind it is
I was
Illinois.
kind of mesmerized looking at that wall being built. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was listening to jingle balls, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to... Somebody's going to die.
Haven't been able to do it as of yet. Behind this vehicle, there are probably about a dozen squads with their lights flashing.
Yeah,
so
just,
now
you got here just now, man. They chasing down some illegal migrants. They're going the wrong direction. They meant to head to Mexico. They robbed the bank.
if
And
they
R-worded a kangaroo in Australia.
they may continue northbound into the city, and it looks like that's their plan right now.
Now, robbing shit is the American way, but, you know, R-word in the fucking kangaroo. Now, what are we doing?
Vehicle was wanted for armed robbery.
Now, that's out of pocket.
Now it's heading towards the city. So we're northbound 394. As you can see, driving erratically here. This is the Bishop Ford. This is the beginning of the Bishop Ford Freeway. Northbound as we get up towards about 167th Street. Again,
How the fuck do you wrangle a kangaroo down? Like, what do you lure it in with? A carrot? What the fuck?
And a whole network is waiting for them. What typically
I
happens.
mean, a kangaroo rip a pit bull to shreds. Them shits is vicious.
Calumet City, those suburbs may enact their people here to try to catch this vehicle ahead. And again,
They had an old block.
there was almost a collision down in Lansing near Cottage Grove, down about Glenwood Lansing Road. Again, this vehicle wanted for armed robbery. They did say in the dispatch they believe there are two people inside and they're armed, and they're heading northbound here in the Bishop Ford, right around 159th Street.
And now we are clearly in rush hour too, Mike, and the traffic is getting heavier even as we've been watching this car weaving its way through. He's behind.
Show of hands, and by what I mean by show of hands is the number ones. Is somebody going to die at the end of this car crash?
Someone right
Police chase, I mean.
now just wove his way in front of a semi and is going along the shoulder. So this is clearly an extremely dangerous situation, particularly with the people being armed. Now, as they get closer to this difficult traffic situation, I know every jurisdiction may have a different rule about a chase. What do you know about what we're dealing with, at least specifically right now, as it deals with the Illinois State Police, since they have jurisdiction on the interstate?
That is a solid point, Marion. So now we're northbound at Sibley Boulevard. City limits are about a mile and a half away. So once this vehicle were to cross over the Cal-Sag, it is technically in the city of Chicago. I can tell you this, though, I'm looking up ahead now, and I see a lot of other vehicles. And again, we don't want to lose the vehicle. This is not an easy shot to keep for our camera person, Max, here, but
let's move it up
rather than heading into the city. They are still pursuing very vigorously, though, behind. We see two state troopers that are trailing.
All right, let's get to the
You can see there's a squad that just went right by him right now. And he threw something on the ground. Every light here. Now the vehicle going northbound. So we're at about 600.
That helicopter's a bad motherfucker.
East here, northbound. And a very residential area. And now we're parked. So the vehicle has pulled in front of a home here. We're about 2 blocks east of Martin Luther King here, and we're north of 83rd Street. Looks like somebody got out of the vehicle. What's that, Max? The cameraman's talking. Okay, so we've got one person that got out of the car that's behind that tree there. And we see
somebody said, hopefully no Americans get hurt.
In the center, and then one person that is still in the car. And we can just see what happens here, but what we don't
cold. He's still in the car.
Don't see, and we talked about this before because we are in the city of Chicago. We didn't see those lights that we saw all throughout the expressway. We've been very focused on the Hyundai here that again was wanted for armed robbery.
Turn your selfies into headshots and
Did he go inside the house and come back out? What the fuck just happened?
So the vehicle is parked here. And again, we're about 2 blocks east of Martin Luther King. Got back in the car here now and just north of 83rd Street. And again, don't see any police moving in.
You gotta be dumb. You just got away and now you put yourself back in the car. They don't think them helicopters is hot like that.
This time, let's see if the vehicle stays here or continues to move on.
Do y'all get what I'm saying? The guys already got away. They parked the car, went in the house, and now they back in the fucking car. This is goofy work at its finest.
Allison Rosati with Stephen Holt here. We want to thank
They back on the road, no lights.
Marion and Alex for their coverage. This is very surprising, especially after the high speed that this car was traveling at with the armed suspects inside, that they would take time to park. Do you have any eye on any type of law enforcement nearby, or is this pursuit over?
So the lights that we saw flashing on the expressway, and again, if you're just joining us here, as the vehicle parks.
This is the news that's falling due.
Again, this one up and down 394 and up and down the Bishop Ford Freeway. There were lights the whole time. Those lights appear to be gone. Now there is a vehicle. Let me count my streets here. That's coming off of 83rd Street as there's 2 people inside this vehicle. Get out there on the sidewalk. There are squads that are starting to come west on 83rd Street. So we are, let's see, I think we're about a block east of Martin Luther King. I do see squads, and again, we can't show you that shot here.
Man, the news is snitching on these young men. Come on, they weren't illegal. All right, let's get to some real hot boys. Because that shit was cool, but I need to see something. I need somebody to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Rabbit hole.
It's all over the place. It's all over the road.
Yeah, where are these old school cats at, man? You know what I mean? The ones that used to do shit like this. Reckless, for real.
From lane to lane like a man possessed. Back and forth across cement median. From freeways.
Oh, he's on that ice.
He almost lost it. Oh, he nearly hit that grass embankment.
Miraculously, no one is hurt. But this road race to hell is far from over.
The police are right on his tail. He's right behind this guy. You can tell they want to take him down, but they're just being cautious. They don't want to casualties, but he has to be stopped.
As the suspect races for an off-ramp, police finally see a chance to force him off the road.
Got him.
It's over. It's over. The car is upside down. The police unit rammed the suspect's car, and it's flipped upside down.
Oh, shit.
Okay, the suspect is out of the car.
Whoa. Oh, got him.
The cops are all over him. This guy is not going anywhere.
That cop right there.
Finally over.
He ate his donut.
Spousal abuse, evading arrest, and auto theft. This wife beater is now himself a beaten man. Boston. It's 4 a.m. when State Police Officer Mike Fiore spots 70 miles an hour. The suspect races toward a red light.
It appeared he attempted to run over a Boston PO, okay? Coming up to Washington.
Speed to 80.
Now we want to see the real shit. We want to see the aerial view. Yeah, Knight Rider. Here we go.
Freeway, very high rate of speed now, about 100 miles an hour. He's accelerated to, and now he's using both hands.
He got the kit Volvo.
Now he's really moving now.
The Volvo kit.
The freeway there. Now back over to the right lane.
The police. Black bullet.
Oh, my boy, he's smoking a cigarette out the window. That's crazy.
Passing this van, but he doesn't look like he's got a lot of control over the car, does he? Oh, God, that car almost lost it.
Oh, shit.
That vehicle.
Did I see a blunt fly out the window?
Continuing south.
There's now more at stake than a failure to yield.
He don't look like he did it on purpose.
For assault with a deadly weapon. He hit that vehicle. Oh, look at him now. Oh, he's going the wrong way on the freeway. Oh, he's going the wrong way on the freeway. Northbound 605 on the southbound side. Oh, and he's now foot bailed. He foot bailed. And the car's still rolling. The car is still rolling. He foot bailed. He's running across the freeway.
Cop is on this hiney.
He gets off the freeway. He's under those trees now. Foot bail. Police officers. And he's still running. Okay, they got him now. They tackle him. They're on him now. They have
needed a face.
This guy, but he looks like he's not going easily.
Baton to the butthole.
But this guy is lucky. He didn't. They're called handcuffs.
All a policeman can do. Become has disobeyed.
Of teenage dream.
Nah, we don't want to see that. We want to see all aerial. I want to see a car get flipped now. Here we go.
His path.
Oh shit! Uncle Grandpa got away from the popo. Uncle Grandpa, not Uncle Grandpa. Yeah, Uncle Grandpa running from the law. Got him.
The officers intentionally spin him out, thinking he might bolt. They proceed to box him in. Police call this the pit maneuver. It takes experience, expert driving skill, and professional teamwork to pull it off, and these officers perform it flawlessly.
So we felt it was necessary to use legal intervention, basically to twist the vehicle around to stop him from going any farther in hopes that he would not injure anybody else.
They have him in custody.
From first call to arrest.
Obviously, his speed never did slow, never did fluctuate, and he wasn't going to stop.
It looked like the fugitive was playing chicken, and they're headed right.
Shit, Dukes has it.
But before they could get to Denton, luck runs out. The driver tries a series of bizarre twists and turns.
He reversed direction here. He started on one side of the road, went to the other side of the road, turned around. Of course, the police were following him.
He's turning back on his own trail and eluding the cars behind him.
He went behind the first two police cars.
He rams past another patrol car, runs through a barrier, and incredibly, he speeds away. But he's just going too fast.
Going nowhere fast.
And once that heavy car starts to fishtail, it's all over.
He started to lose it, went to the left, went back to the right, skidded, and hit a fence and a tree, and hit a telephone pole.
All right. Let's finish watching some transvestites lose their mind real quick. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that's on the Trump train. You know, some real patriots in the building. If you're a real patriot, double tap the screen, get the likes up, and go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. All right? Look at this dead body speak.
Oh my God, please stop everything. If Karen wasn't watching, isn't going to watch, Trump should have definitely cancelled that inauguration. That's a huge blow for number 47. He will be absolutely devastated. I mean, what will these lefties do for the next 4 years?
A lying felon, an adjudicated rapist, is going to be taking an oath on the Bible. And you wonder why the world is laughing at us?
And look, please spare a thought for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is just...
Oh, man, get rid of this bitch, AOC.
Not okay.
All these journalists are like, Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Are you going to the inauguration? Let me make myself clear. I don't celebrate rapists.
Oh, man.
So no.
Treason.
I'm not going to the inauguration tomorrow.
Oh, so sad. Again, what will Donald Trump do without you?
I bet somebody paid top dollar for that Bronco.
To Don Lemon, the sacked CNN host, who is continuing on a slippery slope into the never never. I mean, the poor guy is absolutely grasping at every straw possible.
Here's the breaking news for you. Remember, people were upset that Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden? Well, Joe Biden, President Biden, pardons his family on last day in office. Why is he doing that? Is it unprecedented? Yeah, it is unusual, but it's also because of the unprecedented, unusual administration that we have coming in, and he cannot trust.
Shut your fucking bitch ass mouth.
His family in the hands of Donald Trump's Justice Department.
Yes, Don. Now, is this the same preemptive pardons that the Democrats warned Trump against for years?
Have you ever heard of somebody getting a preemptive pardon who was innocent of all crime? Who's just an innocent person? Have you ever heard of that? Just somebody getting a blanket pardon and they're an innocent person?
But no, it's not.
What would y'all call that hairdo? You know what I'm saying? She like Cleveland Simpson wife. I mean,
that, just somebody getting a blanket pardon and they're an innocent person.
But no.
What's his last name? Cleveland Brown. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland. Look like the Cleveland's wife.
Oh, it's the president's own family. It's people that have been covering up for the president in addition to his own family.
If he pardons people preemptively, he's essentially telling the public that these people have committed crimes. And we may not be aware of what they are, but the pardon is clear evidence that crimes have been committed.
The idea of a kind of prospective pardon, this sort of permanent federal get-out-of-jail-free card, that seems to be what we're talking about in the case of this, right, with Giuliani and his 3 eldest children who, as far as we know, have not been convicted of a crime. Maybe they've committed a lot, and they don't want to face action. I don't know. It's weird. I wouldn't ask for a pardon. I don't think I deserve one because I don't think I've done anything criminal. But, like, where does that come from, that concept that you can just kind of wave your
the lunch lady hairdo.
magic pardon wand?
They never learn, do they? And has anyone seen Don Lemon? Donnie, your thoughts on that, please?
Anyone. Ask anyone who knows me.
Oh, nobody want to know you. You know what I'm saying? Not how he get down. Y'all heard how Don Lemon give it up.
Tell you, I don't believe in
69 guard.
Belittling people. Belittling anyone.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought, Donnie. Now to the moment
you get
waiting for, the Joe Biden gaff reel, and what a spectacle we have for you. Here is the now former leader of the free world, who we were told was healthy, thriving. But really, he was a potato this whole time, being propped up by stage mum Jill Biden. Please cue the tape.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol.
I wrote on. Boy, ain't shit, man. This is just bad. How they gonna let him go out like this?
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more.
Look at Trump's face. He's disgusted.
Asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
To what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
Oh, Trump is a bastard.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said.
He's being nice. Look at Joe Biden's face. Hey, you caught that, man?
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was foot.
God damn. Yeah, the worst president ever, man. And look how Uncle Joe go out.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president.
Y'all remember that? I covered that live. That was just terrible, bro.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Oh, God.
Imagine what we can do next. 4 more years. Pause.
4 more years. Pause. He said the word. You're supposed to say it in your mind. You're not even supposed to say it. You're just supposed to do it. It's an action. It's telling you. They should say, listen, Joe, this is for you. We want you to pause for 3 seconds. He probably would have read all that shit out too. Oh, come on, Joe.
Pause.
Hey, Joseph.
Me.
Just wandering off.
Me. No one's saying that. No poll says that.
Poor man forgot he had an audience. Big America great.
Look, it brings
That's terrible.
a tear to my eyes, doesn't it? It really, it's a somber moment. It's a real sad moment. I mean, what are we going to do without him? Bye-bye, Joe. The bewildering bishop who turned Donald Trump's church service into,
Oh, that bitch. Oh, man, she need to get fired.
well, an exorcism. And luckily, it's given us plenty of content at the same time.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives.
Yes, and see, that is where her crazed rant should have stopped, but sadly, it kept going.
I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear
I
that
felt embarrassed for her. I ain't gonna lie. As the words came out of her mouth.
their parents will be taken away. And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here.
The left never learn, do they? And look, I've got to say, this just may be my favourite video of JD Vance yet, because the face says it all.
There are gay.
Word, they faces. Look at their faces. They listen to this shit like, are you kidding me? Y'all shitting on me on my day?
Gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families.
It's 2024 and
crazy. That's. I mean, what do you expect? Fuck, do you expect? They kicking and screaming.
Some who fear for their lives.
Oh, it says it all. It says it all. God love JD Vance. Isn't he the best? And thank you to you at home for digging up this clip from 2020 of that same activist masquerading as a bishop.
It is a message of a call for justice.
Wow.
Swift justice for George Floyd.
Wow.
For systemic justice for all
Wah, wah, wah.
brown and black people who have been under the knee of this country in ways.
Agent. You know what I'm saying? Straight up agent. George Soros.
We need to replace President Trump.
How this deranged woman was ever allowed at the president's church service needs urgent investigation. Now to Democrat nitwit activist Harry Sisson, who is freaking out over the president's inauguration speech.
He attacked people of color.
Yeah, why would you be a bishop going to give a speech, right, at a church service for the president that you hated on for the last 4 years? It's crazy.
He attacked LGBTQ plus Americans. He attacked average everyday Americans when he talked about putting his tariffs in, which are just going to raise costs for every single one of us. He ranted up there about being politically persecuted when in reality, he is a convicted felon.
They're so tiresome, aren't they? It is over. It is over. Move on. And this is coming from the same guy who struggles with such a basic question on human biology.
Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are two genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able
Harry,
to.
how many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the leak? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least two. At least two. That satisfies.
Well, how many more other than male, female?
That's a TikTok answer.
There's at least two.
Yeah.
There's at least two.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
It's like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There are two.
Okay, Dave.
How many
Russian
more
Rubin, come
are
on
there
now.
after male and female, Harry?
I don't know why it's so hard to answer that simple question.
There's at least two.
At least two. Oh, poor Harry still hasn't grown up and learnt about anatomy. Now to the non-binary nufties who are in meltdown mode because of Donald Trump's glorious declaration that there are only two genders.
He has now claimed that there will only be
Oh, this Raven mess.
the male and female gender that will be recognized in America.
Imagine how her bed looks.
This sets back everything
Like she don't even go to the bathroom. She just used the bathroom right on her bed.
that the trans community has been working for. And we have already not been recognized in this country for centuries.
It's actually really simple.
Excuse me, they. I don't want to get struck.
There are two genders. It doesn't need to be that hard nor that tragic. Now over to MSNBC. I mean, surely their crashing ratings must be enough to give them some incentive to give Trump some credit and see the
Yeah,
light.
CNN crashed out.
No?
The second inaugural address did, in my take on it, was that it had more of a vibe of a State of the Union address than an inaugural address, I think, in part because it...
Well, anyway, I didn't mean to go that long today. No freaky. Thank you for pulling up, people. Love you all. If you're not subscribed, go to the top. Hit that subscribe button right now. Double tap the screen on the way out the door. I'll see y'all on MacMean TSTV. That's my other channel tonight. Go ahead and subscribe over there too. Type up MacMean TSTV. Salute to everybody.